Morning, everyone. I just thought I'd pop in real quick and apologize that the show is going to utterly suck today because I'm not there. But I needed a break. You know, I can't hold the podcast on my shoulders all the time. I need to give the other guys a chance to shine. So anyways, just thought I'd show you where I'm at. So have fun and screw you.
All-inclusive resort.
F Steve.
F Steve.
I just love how the entirety of the podcast we've talked about his toy collection basically all being on, speaking of being on the shoulders of his mother's credit card. And now he's not here today because daddy took him on a trip to St. Martin, or Courtney's daddy, I should say. Like I'm like, good for you, man.
Oh, well, neither Kara nor I have a daddy, or a mother, actually.
I feel that, brother. I ain't got no daddy or mother.
My wife has a daddy, calls me daddy, but that's neither here nor there. So,
When did he tell us he was going, by the way?
We had to get it out of him
on his way to the airport. Like legit. So it was like Friday or some shit.
I swear it was. Like he just found out he was leaving.
I don't know what
It's
the fuck
Thursday.
it was.
Yeah, I'm going on a trip tomorrow at 7.
What was? You're pulling up the messages.
Yeah,
I didn't even know until he sent me that video this morning. Across the world.
Cody's like, I guess I got to start my own car.
Steve's not going to pick me up.
Well, Cody walks in the door and he goes, Jesus, I didn't realize how far away Steve was going. I'm like, what?
Is he in Fruitport or?
Yeah.
So he actually invited us to hang out, which is rare.
What?
We got a
when he went to the bar,
go
on his way to the bar.
Yeah, he says going to Marine Tap for pizza and a drink or two if anyone is interested. And he only invited us because there's 9 bar stools in that entire place, and he was bringing 6 people because he didn't want us to be there. Travis says, well, that sounds yummy. I should not be out in public. We're like, that's true every day. Jeremy, also true every day, says, I'm dirty, full of hot dogs, and playing with my toys. So
I thought that sentence was going to end differently.
It did.
Where is it?
I'm happy for him.
Yeah?
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, the guy that goes on 30 trips a year. That's pretty awesome. Super happy for him. It's great.
Big money Bashotti.
Yeah.
I was actually thinking about this, Mark. Do you have a passport, Jeremy?
No.
Oh,
Nope.
okay. I was just curious.
Are you allowed to?
Yeah, that was also what I thought.
I have never gotten in trouble.
Would they hand you a passport if you applied for one?
I mean, based on the way I look, probably not. But based on my my past and everything, sure.
Okay.
I only went to jail for one night, and that was for trespassing. Actually, it was for not showing up to court because of trespassing. So that's it.
How was jail?
Oh, it was great. The one night I got to spend there with like fucking 20 other dudes.
All in one room?
Probably.
Yeah, and I got in there
Probably
late.
19
It was after
drunk.
It was after a Marilyn Manson concert.
It sounds like a dream come true for you.
It definitely was. Yes, laying on the floor because there was no room anywhere. I couldn't just sit up on the fucking installed metal seats.
Yeah.
I was
Those comfy things.
Yes. Well, let me tell you, the floor. That's where it's at.
There's
Right
probably-
next to the drain.
Yeah, there's probably
That was bubbling all night long. Going plop, 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 plop.
like there's probably no pee or anything in that drain.
Yeah, not at all. And then there was a guy that had to shit in there, and he just kept going, sorry. Sorry.
Because the toilet is just in the middle of the room, right?
Yeah,
Like,
well, yeah, kind of
no
like off
walls,
to the side, right?
no
No
walls.
walls. So he's just sitting there with his pants down, shitting in front of 20 people. Sorry. And it was bad. You know, there's nowhere for it to vent out. So we're all like, everyone's going ninja, you know, going underneath their shirts. Like, but you know, if I had to shit, I'd hope that people would allow me to.
You mean there's no exhaust fans in a jail cell?
Just our lungs.
Where does the odor of shit settle in a room? Is it high or
In our
low?
lungs. That's why I have this nasty cough to this day.
It's not there.
Him leaving?
Maybe
Yeah.
it's in the chat thread with Mike.
Oh, maybe.
Could be.
Boom.
Okay.
Boom.
Boom.
God, thank God we got
Okay.
somebody smart on this.
You know what? It totally
Not me.
is.
It's not me.
Now I gotta find.
I just managed to
Oh.
plop out a couple words
Yeah.
here and there.
So do you really think that he knew he was going on this trip?
Probably
Yeah,
6
he
months
probably.
ago.
Yeah, I was gonna say he probably knew ages ago.
Mm-hmm.
Why is he gonna tell
Thursday.
us?
Fucking Thursday.
Yeah,
Thursday, he told us.
but we had to get it out of him.
Yes. And had we not,
Um,
he might not have ever told us.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
he'd probably not show up and be like, "Hey, where you at?" Oh,
Yeah.
sorry,
Thursday.
guys.
Thursday
St.
at
Martin.
9:50 p.m. I'll be out this weekend flying to a Caribbean island tomorrow. At 10 to 10
Leaving
Thursday night.
on a jet plane.
Is this the island?
Mhm.
That's not big enough for Steve.
No, that whole island is sitting on his shoulders.
Wow, that's fucking
I
down there.
really want to read the rest of the text, but I'm not going to.
Like I've said from the beginning, the best thing would be our chat thread.
That's what we should do. We need to add another tier for $20 a month. You can fucking read our text thread. And you will be like, "Oh my god, those are the worst people
Yeah.
that I've ever." So you guys
This
know.
is what the 9th level of hell looks
Oh
like.
Jesus, fucking
Derek
Dante's
Ayers would
Inferno.
cancel us.
It's what, oh man, that would be so much fun. Because you imagine like how we do drama here. That's where all the drama goes that we can't put on the show.
Right.
We screenshot this and we go, "Look at this fucking water breathing motherfucker." Hey, did you see that extra chromosome post in the Cabal?
Okay, explain this island to me. What am I even looking at here?
Well, an island typically is a body of land
Surrounded by
completely
water.
Surrounded by water.
It might be a volcanic formation, or
If it had only water on 3 sides, it would be considered a peninsula, which is what you live on, Trav. So
Episode 337. Mike Smith with us today.
we're talking
Everybody.
geography.
Thanks for joining us, Mike.
So what's the difference between an island and a delta? Well, a delta is a very small island that has to occur in the mouth of a river.
hey, you learn something every day. I didn't know what a delta was.
This
Yeah, I thought it was a shitty
very
airline.
Nice place.
I've heard a delta is also a really slutty seniority girl. Hey man, did you bang that delta? Yeah, we all did. Okay.
This is that place we ever seen those videos of people, taking videos of the
yeah,
planes
the
going
planes
real
coming in.
close.
Yeah.
They're even lower when somebody like Steve's on it. Hey, we're currently we're currently cruising at 9,000 feet because we got a hefty motherfucker back there.
We're supposed to be at 12.
You know, so he watched the penguin on the plane, and
Oh yeah.
I just imagine him like he's got one of those neck pillows, but it's like the size of a car tire because of how big he is.
It is a car
You
tire.
know, and he's got like a little blankie, and it's like fucking He-Man, and he's like all curled up, and he's got his headphones on, and the headphones aren't for sound; they're just for so people don't talk to him. You know, so everybody's like, "Oh, he's on the spectrum."
He's got his phone on. It's just really loud.
Yeah,
He's also got headphones on.
and everybody's like, "Is that an iPhone 9?" And they're like, "No, it's a 14 Max. My hands are just huge." So
It truly impresses me that he paints things so precisely
yeah.
with
It is
those
wild.
sausage fingers. That he
It is wild.
So I'll tell you, and I think I said this on the podcast before. I either said it or I did a joke, but I don't know if I can remember. But like being like my size, like I'm a big guy, right? And like you walk down the aisle of the airplane, and like you watch everybody's face, and they're all like oh fuck, I hope this guy doesn't sit next to me. And then as you pass them, you see the relief on their face. Can you only imagine what they feel like when Steve gets on?
Yeah,
They're like, God damn it.
Ask Matt Rod. He had to sit between me and Steve when we went to PowerCon. We're just like
On a
oozing
plane?
over him. Yeah. He's like skinny, fucking tight in between us.
I would love the conversation with the stewardess is like, sorry, sir, you need 2 tickets. Like they just full on fucking Kevin Smith him. Look, you need 2. Like
So-
you're just too big.
So the last time we went to Mexico, I had a aisle seat, which great. But I got to the seats. Person next to me, small. Person window, 550 easy.
Oh Jesus.
Oh wow.
Oof.
So even with all that, I was still had about a quarter of a seat all the way to Mexico.
Oh yeah. 550 is too big for a plane.
Skinny person was
Yeah.
in your seat, and 550 on a plane. Wow.
They had a towel tucked under their belly to contain sweat, I'm assuming.
Oh Jesus Christ.
Oh, that towel had to smell good.
Yeah. They were on the same plane when I went back to Michigan. I'm like, if I'm sitting next to them, God.
We're gonna have a real conversation.
Wow.
I can't remember the last time I flew without somebody that had a pet on the plane.
Really?
Yeah.
It's
I
an
look-
emotional support
and I'm
animal.
like, and I fucking laugh in these people's faces, you know. And I look and I'm like, it's a fucking Chihuahua. Like that motherfucker. Like that's not an emotional support shit. Like that's just you being a dick. So I asked this, and maybe I told this story too. Who the fuck? Maybe it's just a day of replay stories. But
That's kind of how this podcast works.
it is. I'm like,
we don't
Unless
remember
we're
what
talking
we
about
did
new
last
things
week,
that are
so-
right in front of us with a picture.
so right. And I asked the stewardess. I was like, excuse me. I said, this is not me. I'm not starting any shit. I have a legit question for you because I'm curious. You do this all the time. I said, I'm on my way, and I think this was on our way to Mexico. We're on our way someplace nice. I said, I see this, right? I said, this is not a seeing eye dog. And she starts to roll her eyes like, brother, I feel you. You know what I mean? So and then I immediately knew, I'm like, okay, this is my kind of person.
We can have this.
And
talk.
I was like, this is not like, it's not a seizure premonition. I mean, this is some asshole that's like, my feelings get hurt easily. I need to pet my dog, right?
My stuffed animals have bones.
Right. Because I put mine in it. And so I said, so how do we prioritize people when it comes to a flight? For instance, this woman has to have her emotional support Pomeranian or whatever the fuck this thing is, right? I said, my wife is definitely allergic to dogs. I said, so now because this person can't be in normal society and function correctly, my wife is going to spend her first 2 days of our amazing, beautiful, like fucking vacation miserable because this person is an asshole. And she was like, sir, would you like a Coke? And she smiled and she just handed me a free Coke. And she said, she was like basically fist bumping me, like, let's take this motherfucker out because she was way too pleasant to ever fucking agree with me.
Right.
But we knew and we bonded. And I thought maybe I was this close to the Mile High Club. And ironically
Counts a
enough,
fist bump.
it was going to be Doggy. You know what I mean? But so
God damn it.
Don't you guys have a dog?
we do. So, but he doesn't have long hair. That's the problem is the hair.
Gotcha.
So like, and dude, she'll come over and she'll pet Travis's cats all night long. Fucking absolutely loves the cats.
Yeah.
We can't have a cat. Like we get home from Travis's house and she's like, you know what I mean? Like but yeah, no, short-haired dogs are fine. It's long-haired dogs.
Mhm.
And Pomeranians are like a mop without a handle. So,
Ugh.
and they're stupid dogs anyway.
God, so horrible.
Fuck
Such
those
a
dogs.
stupid dog.
So horrible.
Oh, if you're sitting in Steve's chair, how fuck those dogs.
Rubbing off on me, I guess.
So let's talk about St. Martin. Steve's on a Caribbean island. So he's been there since Friday, right? I mean, based on our information, he was flying out on Friday.
No.
No.
He just got there.
Yeah, I think
Well, he said his flight left. He said my flight leaves tomorrow, and he said that Thursday. So Friday comes after Thursday.
regardless.
We're doing
He's
geography
there.
and calendars today.
He's there.
So
I just got here last night.
So we got there on Saturday.
Oh, so apparently,
Maybe he went to Florida first.
so
or
apparently,
something.
Daddy wasn't paying for a direct flight. He had a fucking bunch of layovers. Okay, so, but the only time he has left the room, he hasn't done it to do anything with his family. His family's out there
And
doing
he won't.
excursions and shit. No, he won't.
No.
He stepped out onto the balcony to send that video. That's all he's done. He has literally been in that fucking room this entire time, avoiding his family, avoiding people.
I don't want this to come across like I'm trying to defend him.
Well, it starts.
But did you ever see the picture of him in a kayak?
I don't know if there's
No.
a kayak that would hold him. Maybe 2.
Well, it was really close. So that kayak was sitting.
The water line.
Are you submarining, not kayaking?
He had to pay an extra deposit because the rental place just knew he was going to destroy the bottom of the kayak on the river.
So I mean, like I can understand why the guy would be like, kayaks are made for me. Like I'm not going on this excursion. Like,
That's fair.
I'm gonna find that picture.
I'll give you that one.
I guarantee I saved it. So I'll find it.
Hey, you know, it's funny because he doesn't think of any of us, right? He didn't tell us before he left, nothing. But yet, Courtney yesterday sends me a message about, I don't know, 7 o'clock. And she just sent me hey, it's Courtney. We got the same Martin, M-A-A-R. How do you, that's how it's spelled?
Yeah, it's Martin. It's
Martin. Anyway, this afternoon, and I already found something at the store that I had to get for you.
Wow.
It's these little Haribo Super Mario gummies, right?
Wow.
And I'm
Nice.
like, aw,
Yeah.
it's so sweet because Steve's like,
Courtney
gone
comes back and
already.
says, "Hey, I found this for Jeremy." And Steve goes, "Who's Jeremy?"
Yeah. He couldn't even let us know he was going on a fucking vacation. But she's like, I found you something. Like, it's just their dynamic,
She's
I
a
guess.
sweetheart.
Now I will also say the week prior, Pete and I torpedoed. We were not going to be here for the podcast. I have no idea when we said we weren't going to be here.
I believe it was implied when you guys said you were going out on a Saturday night in Grand Rapids.
Yes.
Yeah.
I actually did find that when I was looking.
Yeah. Which, so like, I get it. Like sometimes now I will also say, hey, we're going to Grand Rapids for a Saturday night is much different than I'm going to St. Martin.
In
Friday.
12 minutes, I
Yeah.
fly out.
Yeah.
Friday at 7 p.m. is when you
Oh,
said it.
wow. We gave,
Yeah.
we gave him 2 days.
Yeah. So,
I'm sorry, Jeremy.
and then Jeremy called us a bad name.
Oh.
And then Stu says, "Well, I guess we're taking a week off." Why did he say that? Because he can't do this without us, even though he wants to fucking pretend. You know, well, I'm the entire show, and I can't do it. Well, I guess if Pete and Travis aren't going to be there, it's just going to be fucking Po2, but lamer.
Well,
So-
he turns it from 5 to 7
Hey.
back to 5. It's okay.
He doesn't. He doesn't because he doesn't even do anything with the board anymore.
Nope.
Cody now does it all.
Oh,
All Steven has to do now is
Show up.
upload it. And he can't. And now he's gotten even worse at uploading. He was better at uploading when he did more work.
That
He's
is
the
true.
worst.
I watch it on
That's true.
YouTube. I don't even pay attention to
Yeah.
Patreon or.
The problem is we have people who want to. They prefer the audio.
Right.
They listen on their way to their work or whatever. Steve's like, fuck them.
Fuck those guys.
Yeah.
They're like dogs.
Fuck them in the ass. Hey, yo.
Oh. So how's this week been for everybody?
Oh, great.
I've enjoyed Christmas, low key, hung out with the family, had fun.
Ours was surprisingly low key compared to what we typically feel like we always have to do.
Yeah.
So
We had zero drama with family.
Yeah.
Like
That's
when I told them, yeah, we're just going to stay at home this year. Because last year was a little bit of a fight. Year before, it was hell. This year, it was like, yeah, we're just going to stay home. They're like, okay, that's cool. Like,
Well, so like,
all right, we've done it.
Yeah.
We've transitioned.
I
So-
made it happen.
Yeah.
so our oldest son has a home, wants to have people over and stuff. So we did that for Thanksgiving. You know, went over there, sat around 30 people. We had no idea who they were for a little while. And then after that, I'm like, Yeah, I'm not doing that.
No, this sucks.
Cody, no drama for you?
Nope.
Nice.
Got to try your sauna a few times. That was,
They do that.
That was nice.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I'm a huge
you
fan of
done
the
that?
sauna.
Man, I'm so glad I spent thousands of dollars to sweat for fun. I can't get my head around it. And like, I mean, people sauna and ice bath, like I get it, right? I understand that there are
Shocks
people
your
that,
body.
right. And I, like I said, people love the sauna. That's not I've never been able to wrap my mind around that. And maybe now
I've
that
tried
I'm
it many times, but
right. And maybe I'm a little
each
bit,
time I don't like it any better.
no.
It's getting worse.
And now that maybe I'm not as fat as I used to be, I'm still fat, but I'm not as fat. Maybe it'd be different, but I'm kind of like, I'm just,
If you want to sweat like that, just wear a coat in Target.
Dress like Jeremy on most days.
right.
So that
Layers.
is the key. If you don't like sweating, you're definitely not gonna like the sauna. Like that's just
But
reality. Of
who
it.
likes sweating? That's what I don't get. Like people, like most people do so much to avoid sweating.
But it's dry heat.
It is dry.
Oh,
It's
fuck you,
different.
old man in Arizona.
Yeah, I mean, I was dripping. Just
You're
so
sweating out all
wet.
the
Yeah.
impurities. And
Yeah, and I
You
can't.
can't sweat out impure thoughts.
true.
No, because based on some of the photos I've seen from Travis's sauna, there's plenty of
Seems like
impure
they're
things
increasing.
happening.
I prefer the impure thoughts are in there.
Right.
Um,
Well, so, yeah, some of
It's a
those
requirement
secretions
to
were
get in there.
definitely not sweat. So
why is this one sticky? I do feel like it is a weird. And don't get me wrong. I'm not the guy that goes. I want to go running until I hit the wall, and you get that euphoric high like aspect of it.
yeah, how fucking lame.
Wait,
are
you
those
can
people?
get a euphoric high from running?
Supposedly,
Karen
I would
likes to
never know.
run. I'm
I would
like,
never know.
there's
I'll-
only a
I'll just
couple
stick to
reasons I
substances,
run,
thank you.
and for fun is not
No.
one of them.
No. You can't
Like,
trust
I
somebody
get that
runs-
high on my couch.
Yeah, you can't fucking trust somebody.
I don't
that
have
Yeah.
to
runs for fun.
move.
I
and
only
can get
run
euphoric.
like if a bear's chasing me, the ice cream truck didn't see me.
Yeah.
There's only a
Yeah.
couple of reasons.
There's those
Zombies, but I'm not running. I'm shambling just quicker than they are. you
Right.
know?
taking breaks.
And honestly, a bear, I'm like, I think it would be fun for the guys to be on the podcast. Like, hey guys, you notice Pete's not here today. He was eaten by a bear. Like, that would be like my swan song of the podcast. Like, you guys telling the story about how I got eaten by a bear. Like, I might just let him take me. Because I'm like, Ron, now I'm just,
Just going out on top.
is it an old sniper saying or whatever? Like, you can run, but you only die tired. Like, no thanks.
No, see the difference with a bear is you don't have to be the fastest. You just have to be faster than somebody
Right.
else.
Right.
Like, without
I
a
already
paddle.
know I'm the slow one, so
Yep.
What are you doing? I'm taking my shoes off. Why? I run faster without shoes. You can't outrun a bear. I don't have to outrun the bear. I just have to outrun you.
Yeah.
But see,
avenge me.
I'm the fat, obnoxious, loud guy that would try like the other things. I'd be like, I'd get big and like yell at him. Like I try to fucking stare that motherfucker down. And if it works, it'd be a great story. If it doesn't, it's still a great story.
Yeah.
So
You should have seen Pete's last stand.
Yeah.
we're not sure why he took his pants off.
Yeah, I was gonna say he got
That's-
naked and he
I
fucking-
just
he ran at the bear.
He was playing a bear, a different bear, but a bear nonetheless.
I was bare naked.
Why is he taking his clothes off?
Get it?
Yeah, buddy.
You know what would be super funny about that though? Is like you guys would like my clothes would get shipped home and like Maverick would start blowing up my wife's phone about being able to buy my last outfit. So he added his collection. He shows up to Legion's Con next year in the outfit that I took off before I got mauled by a bear and cosplays as me with a boner the entire time.
I just wish there was some blood on here.
I just wish there was some blood. I was hoping there was some semen in there so I could make a new Peter.
But you haven't tried the sauna.
What?
Yeah.
You haven't tried it?
I have not tried his sauna.
Okay. Yeah.
Now there's a couple reasons I would get in his sauna. It's his wife's titties, but
I mean, that's alluring.
Fair.
That'd probably get me to sweat for a little bit, I guess. You know, if there's boobs in there.
But what's super funny
Does
about
change
it,
things.
Yeah.
it's just if you don't know Travis's house, like you have actually been here. When you hear he's like, yeah, I had some buddies build me a sauna in the shed in the backyard. Like when you just take that information, people are like, what kind of creepy fucking guy is this? He's got a backdoor sauna built in a shed. They don't understand that it's actually a professional built sauna in a professionally built pool house next to a pool and a hot tub.
In a very manicured backyard.
Right. It's like it's a fucking oasis, right? But if you just say, oh yeah, his buddy built him a sauna in the shed. It's like, yeah, that's right up Travis's alley. Hey, do you want to come? You want to get in my backyard shed sauna?
You're about to get murdered.
The reason I needed the sauna is because it's easier to peel your skin when it's moist. Maverick's like, I hear you, brother. Good call.
Who do you think gave me the spec? Mav did message me. He's like, so I found out my parents, my whole family sat down and watched the episode I was on at your house.
Uh-oh.
They had like they got grandma out of the nursing home on a day pass. Whoops.
Oh, our little beep boop. I think that was a rough episode too. I just remember looking at him and he was like, "What am I doing?"
I've been listening to this several times where I'm like, I gotta turn that down just a hair.
Oops.
Oh, man. Yeah. Thanks for joining us, man.
I love you.
That was the first and last time I was at Trav's house.
Oh, yep. Fun stuff.
Yep.
All right.
That's a show.
That's it.
All right.
That's a wrap. Cody's like, done.
I'm out.
Oh.
Well, you got our I totally get it. Like Cody, like I know what he's walking away from to come here every Sunday morning. You know what I mean? Like he rolls over and he's like, yeah, I guess I'll leave those here while I go deal with those assholes. It's a little bit different for me. Like I get up this morning and my wife is on the couch with the baby, you know.
You're like, time to go.
Right.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, well, this little cock blocker is not gonna, you know.
Well, Cody shows
I'm leaving
up.
2 boops to go to 8.
Yeah, he shows up here, has to deal with our dumbasses, but then he appreciates what he has when he gets home so much more.
Oh.
It's a good
That's
way
right.
to look at it.
That is a good way to look at it.
I'm going to torture myself for a few hours, feel better about myself because these guys are fucking idiots, and then come home and be like, "Aw,
Yeah.
we're never breaking up."
Right. Send us
Yep,
pictures.
so we're
Cody.
looking for a new podcast or a new producer.
That's why everybody, we look forward to the Burning Foot Beer Festival every year. We've talked about it on the show, you know, it's beer on the beach, but I always call it the Creeping Out Sarah Day. Like that's why I look forward to it. I'm like, how far, like at some point, I'm going to push it to the point where she's going to smack me in the face. Unbeknownst to her, it's only going to fire me up.
You're like, that's what I'm looking for.
Like, that's what, yep. That's, yeah.
So what did you guys end up doing for New Year's?
We watched Criminal Minds.
Okay.
And then I woke up and it was midnight 09. And I was like, hey, honey, Happy New Year. And she's like, hey, Happy New Year.
High five.
Yeah, it was. I didn't want to do anything, to be honest with you. We went back and forth, and it was one of those where it's like, the kind of the FOMO, right? You have an opportunity to do something, so you're like, well, we don't want to, but we're like, no, we're just gonna chill, and we did. It was very nice.
Getting old is interesting.
Isn't it? I used to just I look at like posts from Facebook like from 10 years ago. It's like, what's everybody up to tonight?
No, I'm just gonna stay home.
Yeah, we didn't do shit. The kid had some friends over. Like Laura made this big sandwich bar and shit for him, which I overate. And we laid in the bed, just watched. I think she was watching The Connors, the Roseanne spinoff, and
Minus Roseanne.
Yeah.
right,
Because she can't fucking stay off Twitter.
right. It's still pretty good though.
Yeah, it
it's
is.
actually pretty
It
good.
is. It's a good show.
But yeah, we she fell asleep while I was putting the food away. I woke her up. I was Happy New Year. Mwah. Finished putting some of the food away and shit. That's it. Nothing exciting.
Well, we went to a friend's house, pub death, we affectionately call it. And about 9:30, I was ready to go.
Yeah.
We stayed till midnight, but
Yeah.
Wow.
we left at like 12:06, I
Yeah.
believe.
Like I had remote started
did
the
the
car
thing.
at 10 to 12, you know.
Did you actually watch the ball drop?
Yeah, but apparently it was about 30 seconds behind actual time.
That was a little delayed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't watch no.
Dude,
I can't
They only have
imagine.
2.4 gigahertz internet. So
The worst thing in the fucking world would be to actually go to like Times Square and watch that ball drop. I couldn't imagine
Oh, it would
The-
be
a scenario where that would be
pandemonium shit
cool.
show.
the video and pictures, like after everybody leaves,
Yeah.
that is the most American thing that you will ever see.
Trash.
It's just it's 1.5 million people that give zero fucks about anything.
I wonder how many
It's the
piles of
worst.
shit are having to be cleaned up
you
afterwards.
once you get in there, you can't get out.
That's what
to
I'm
go to
saying.
the
There's no
bathroom.
bad.
It's like I'm just
yeah.
gonna shit on the ground.
There's people that wear diapers and shit, which is smart.
Yeah, it's
but
like shoulder to
stinky.
shoulder for 6 hours or
Right.
whatever.
Yeah.
Now,
Why?
23 years old, for me to be able to say, hey, remember that time we watched the ball drop in New York? I get it. 41 is like, no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not even going to watch it on TV. I told the story on the last episode about the girl almost getting stabbed. My wife almost killing her because she was being all flirty with me, and I
Oh
didn't
yeah.
realize
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. Yep.
Again, we go to fucking Mega 80s, and same shit happens again. And I literally
Why is she so jealous?
I think
it's
I
not
think
that she's
as
jealous.
Pete's
It's
belly gets smaller. Her jealousy grows bigger.
it's not. It has nothing to do with jealousy. It has
Maybe it's
everything to
'cause
do
the
with
cock gets bigger.
it's fucking it's straight up disrespect to her. Like, bitch, you know I'm his fucking wife and I'm standing here. You know what I mean? It's not the jealousy, it's the fact that it's disrespectful. But so we walk into Mega 80s. The band that's playing is called That 1998 Band, and they're and so Bye 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 comes on. So of course I do the dance, because if you don't know the Bye 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 dance, you're stupid, right? So I busted out. So I'm already throwing 7 different kinds of smoke, and we just walked in, right? And girl walks up, oh, we should dance, and starts, and I freeze, and I'm like fucking straight up standing.
My wife's gonna kill you.
I'm like, she's standing. I'm like, Jesus Christ. I'm like, here we go. And I'm like, it's happening all over again. I'm like in full on panic mode. Help me. Like, God damn.
I that concert, I don't know. I don't know if I can, the number of people that grinded on me. I don't know if I could put a number on that.
Yeah, but there was
And both guys and girls.
right, but the majority
Pretty
of those
much you
people
knew them, I was assuming.
Yeah, for the most
Okay.
part.
but that's how, like, it would you grind on me, nobody
Mhm.
cares.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Your wife grinds on me, nobody cares. I grind on your wife, she's upset. That's neither here nor there. But within the confines of understanding that, right? Because it's okay. I of course I danced up on Lori, and I danced up on all of them, you know? And like, that's not a big deal, because again, it's within the confines of we know these people, these are our people, you know what I mean?
I totally get that.
But
Yeah.
I may have grinded up on somebody that I didn't know inadvertently.
But
But
probably paid for that.
yeah,
I'll tell you, I had a blast.
it was
at that
fun.
concert.
I love
Yeah,
dancing. I've
yeah.
always loved dancing.
I
Man,
mean-
dude, you should have seen Travis, man. Travis has got fucking moves. Just throwing down, man.
all night.
All night.
Wasn't even tired.
Okay, so I'm oh man, fucking OAR. God damn it. Now I'm pissed off again. Fucking I put $25 in the jukebox at the bar.
Which I'm gonna just say right now, in today's day and age, you're crazy. Regardless.
Yeah.
I was, dude, I couldn't believe I actually made it work. I was so fucking hammered. I could not believe I actually made it work. And then some fucking asshole pays extra to play a Nickelback song. No, but no, you know what? If this is how you remind me, I would have sang along, right? The Photograph one, no, it was fucking Rockstar. I'm like, God damn it, right? So then, and then you would. So that, you know what?
That song, don't you, buddy?
I have never played that, and I never will.
That's exactly why one day you're gonna come home and my car is gonna be in the driveway, and you're gonna be like, "Yep, Sarah finally left me for him."
Because
I like
somebody sing
Rockstar.
this song real quick, just so I know which one we're talking about.
A bathroom I could play baseball in. You know, and I take it on the chin.
Something
You know?
about +3.
I want to be a rock star.
Oh yeah, that's a good song.
You know what? We're gonna write a parody for you, Travis. Hey, I'm gonna be a cock star. Yeah. Yeah.
So they skipped you.
So they skipped me, and then they play some fucking stupid song, and then somebody skips me, fucking plays an 8-minute and 19-second OAR song about a fucking poker game. The only reason you ever put an 8-minute song on the jukebox is just to be a fucking asshole.
with people.
That's all it is. That's like when I leave someplace and I drop $10 to play Margaritaville on repeat as I walk out. And for the next hour, that's all people hear is Margaritaville.
That's when I
And
messaged you back, and I was like, we used to just put on that fucking 20-minute Dream Theater song, Change the Seasons, just because we knew it would piss people off.
And I was fucking angry. So I'm in the bar drunk. I started looking for the guy. I'm like, who's the OAR fan? Like, I was going to beat that motherfucker's ass in the middle of that, the tin can or the tin cup or wherever the fuck we were. I was so fucking mad, dude.
I just, what you guys are seeing right now does not.
No, I'm sure. I can imagine.
I was fucking torn.
Just naked in a
I was mad enough. So my wife,
Pete was Red Hulk.
I have literally been on stage doing anal jokes about my wife with her in the crowd, and she was less embarrassed then than she was of me that night. She was like, "You're a fucking asshole." I was so fucking mad.
Accurate.
Oh man, I was.
Do you think that someone in your group did it to fuck with you?
It was her.
I swear to God. I swear, if I find out it was somebody in the group, I'm gonna bang all of their wives. I'm just gonna line them all up, like in your baby mama. I'm gonna bang your friends. Consider them all banged.
Nate Strong says Pete told and retold that story 17 times before we even left that
I
bar.
was so fucking mad.
Did it happen after you told people that you spent $25?
No, nobody knew.
Right. I put in $25. Don't interrupt it, please.
I just love that
I'm
they
not
allow
that
you.
stupid.
I love that they allow you to pay extra money to jump people's songs.
To fuck with people.
Like, that's
Now-
some cool
No,
shit.
I've done it to other people before.
Oh, when
We all have.
When Kara ran the pub, I used to do that shit all the time. Yep, we're skipping that song. We're skipping that one.
What my favorite thing to do was like there'd be this terrible, like I'd be on somebody be on their third Brooks and Dunn song and they're playing pool and I drop a fucking kill switch My Curse right in the middle of it all. And then I sing along at the top of my lungs because I want you to know it was me. You know what I mean? That's the difference. When I'm an asshole, you're going to know I'm the asshole. This fucking sniper sat on the other side of the bar, right?
Watch this.
Coward piece of shit. I'm going to pay $6 because I want to hear OAR, something about a fucking poker game. Fuck you, man. You know what? I'm not sure. I can't tell you the last time I've been that angry.
I can't tell you what that song is. Every time you say it, I think of Lady Gaga and Poker Face.
I would have danced my ass off to that. I love fucking Poker Face.
Do you like OAR, Trap?
Right now I honestly can't think of what that is.
OAR would be I could very easily see they're like the 2000s Grateful Dead. They're a middle of the road, just kind of a jam band. There's probably a few songs that you've heard that you enjoy by them. I'm not mad that it was OAR. I think they're a talented group. I like some of their songs. It was they picked that song on purpose to fuck with me.
Yeah,
And
that was more of a test to see if it was Travis.
No,
He's like, yeah, I like that one.
dude, Travis has one Spotify playlist that's 29 hours long because all he knows how to do is favorite songs. There's no way he has the iTunes app downloaded to be able to pull that off.
I've definitely heard that playlist once or twice.
Yeah.
Without a doubt. I like that one.
And it's the most, and again, but that's Trav's journey.
Yeah,
I
it's
get
very eclectic.
but he doesn't have the capacity, and he also doesn't. There's no way he's like, I'm going to spend $6 to play this song.
Absolutely
That's
not.
not Trav.
No.
You know,
Nate
No.
says, speaking of Lady Gaga, I thought the new Joker was awesome. Jeremy, I'm with you, brother.
Hey, guess what? I watched it the other night.
Nate's done.
Yeah.
Loved it.
Boom! What?
Never seen it. So I
Curtis hit me up too and was like,
It's not as bad as
So-
I thought it would be.
And Kara watched it with me. She liked it too.
boom! I'm telling you, you guys are fucking missing out.
I will watch it someday.
It's basically a musical.
Nah, I'm not gonna watch it.
I think that's what everybody thought, though. They were like, "Oh, it's a musical."
Oh,
it's not like one of those.
It's
like,
a very
Yeah.
No,
we're
it's-
doing this thing,
No, it's
and
a-
it sucks, and it's great.
I didn't love the first one.
It's a very fucked up musical.
Well,
Let's
all
be
right.
honest.
Which I understand. I understand what it was and everything. I just don't.
Is there a sex scene between the two of them?
Yes, but not very.
No
Is it-
Hooters.
Well,
It's so it's more like
yeah,
it's-
he puts her up on a counter and
okay. So they allude to them
Yes,
having sex, but you don't
yeah.
get to see them.
Yeah,
Because I would watch a video of Lady Gaga getting plowed.
Yeah, I want to see his dick.
by Joaquin Phoenix.
You know what? I honestly, anybody.
I do
Okay.
think Lady
You know what I
Gaga's
mean?
hot.
Oh,
Nate also says,
Especially
I think
in
calling it
that
a
meat
musical
suit.
is way off. It does it a disservice. That's true.
Oh, well.
but it's
Well, Nate, you're there, and Mike's here, so he's obviously more important. than you,
it's
so
what the movie is set in.
And
I mean,
instead of
there's
like
a-
him having those
And it's it alludes to his imagination. I
Right.
mean, obviously
Where
that
he's
stuff's
like
not
actually,
happening.
you
The
know, he's
dude's
there with
batshit
Murray
crazy.
and all
Yeah,
that
of
shit.
course.
Yeah, it's like instead he's in his head he's singing these songs
and
whatever.
and after that, I didn't know this. Like Arthur Fleck didn't exist until like the 90s. Like that person, that character,
Oh really?
Oh, I
No,
believe that.
I
Yeah,
didn't know that.
for sure.
I thought it was a story from way back.
Oh no,
He was introduced in like early 90s.
yeah.
Oh yeah,
Was
that.
he the comedian or whatever, like that version of him or whatever? Yeah. Yep.
Yeah,
Speaking of which, we saw a movie.
we did.
Unbeknownst, we both went to the same
Fucking
showing.
sitting in the same row.
Yeah, sitting in the same row, just like 5 seats apart.
I told Heidi, I go,
No
if you
way.
guys weren't here, me and Jeremy would have been fucking.
Yep.
We both came to the same movie. We sat in the same row. Yeah.
We held hands.
Yeah, me and Laura and the kid went to see Nosferatu on Christmas Day, and we had to get there a little early so that way Laura could get the coffin.
Coffin.
Jesus.
Which-
I should have bought the coffin. I'm dumbass.
It's pretty fucking cool.
I should have.
And we tried to get one the night before because the kid works there, so she's walking up to like all the managers and like, so are we getting any blah blah blah? And they're like, yeah, we're getting one shipment, one box of them, and I don't know when. Well, the next morning, boom, they're on the, and you could just sense Laura like, and so yeah, we got that. That was good. But yeah, we're sitting there, and all of a sudden, this motherfucker walks in with his family. So that was pretty cool. It was a good movie.
Were you excited about seeing it?
Oh, I wasn't like excited, but
Yeah.
it was
that's,
like,
that's vampire, right?
Yeah.
That's
yeah,
Nosferatu?
I
it
was
was
gonna
just
say,
one of those
like-
ones where it was like, I'll see that.
Yeah, same
It's
here.
Like Bram Stoker's Dracula, stuff like that.
I heard that it was like one of the best movies of the year.
So that depends on who you are. If you're like an artsy type of person, and
If you really like musicals, Joker was great.
if you
Fair.
really like visuals and stuff like that, and like atmosphere and creepiness, like yeah, it's fucking amazing. But like the story itself, and I think Travis even said it's kind of like a slow burn. It takes a little while to kind of get through all of it. So if you don't like, old timey, language and stuff like that, and in some cases subtitles, and it can be boring, I think, to like your average watcher maybe. But I don't know. I enjoyed the whole fucking thing. It felt like it smelled and it was cold the whole time, and I don't know. Then he's creepy too. That motherfucker is.
Who played him? A known actor?
Yeah,
Skarsgård.
Skarsgård, Bill
Skarsgård.
Skarsgård.
He's playing everybody creepy, isn't he?
Yeah.
You
So-
wouldn't have known it's him. Like
Oh, you
seriously,
have no idea. It's
you
him.
you look at him and normally you could like even see their eyes. Like I couldn't even see his eyes. Like
Yeah.
it was just.
So, Jeremy, when is the last time you saw a movie that you didn't enjoy? Because the answer to this question is going to tell the listeners everything they need to know about you. Because Jeremy, listeners, you guys need to understand that I love Jeremy.
I am a
And-
glass half full type of person.
And that's
So even a shit movie, I could be like, well, but I liked this part of
right,
it.
and I get that, and that's one of the things that I admire the most about you, and I truly love you, and I tell you that when we leave, and I think you're the best in the world, but I think people need to understand that
When
you're
you recommend
fucking
a movie.
totally skewed. You know what I mean? It was like I could see you watching like the worst dog shit movie ever, but then being like, man, the credit sequence at the end was super artsy. I love what they did with the font. Like the entire movie's garbage, but you're like, you should see it just for the end credits. Like, what the?
But at
fuck,
least I don't
dude?
like try to sell you on the entire movie because of the font. I just
True.
say
That's
if you
true.
like the font,
That's true.
then check
That's
that
true.
movie.
You are
out.
realistic
I just
about it.
Right.
You have the potential of making people not trust you with your optimism. You know
There'll
what I
literally
mean?
be a pile of shit on the ground, and you're like, "Oh, that's a nice one."
Great shape.
If I
When
I like the height.
Like
Yeah.
with the rising inflation and the upcoming Trump tariffs that we're all terrified about, I'm going to have to do an OnlyFans. Jeremy is going to write the descriptions for my videos because he is going to make them sound amazing. You know,
got to find the positive in
hey,
everything.
look at this fat, tiny dick, sweaty guy holding his iPhone. He's going to be like, shot from a beautifully personal operated standpoint. You can see the passion in his eyes for the first 90 seconds before.
Bro, I've had to
he
sell
sh-
myself to people for fucking years, man. I'm a
That's
pro
true.
at this.
That's true. So
I will say that movie, while I thought it was beautiful, well shot, I was definitely immersed in it. Nipples.
Those nipples were bigger than her areolas.
And
How
I
does
love
that happen?
I love it. I love it.
It was great, but how do you
Yes.
pull that off?
I wouldn't.
Tug?
I would never say to someone, "Go watch that movie." I really wouldn't. Like I loved it. I thought it was good.
If you like actiony type horror movies and stuff, that's not the one.
Nah,
If
No,
you
it's
like action
artsy.
horror.
And it's
especially the other
This is
side.
not the movie.
Of it, you've seen it.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, you're literally watching something. Now, don't get me wrong. I felt like they did a good job still making you feel disgusted and all those things. But like, I mean, you've all seen this movie.
Yeah, I mean,
Like-
it was released in the 20s.
12 times.
Yeah. Like, you know, I mean, and Bram Stoker's follows.
So it was a remake.
It is a remake.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I think I saw the original, but it had like a typo negative soundtrack going over because it's a silent movie or whatever. But so, I mean-
was this a silent movie too?
no,
Absolutely not.
no,
Okay.
no.
Now, love the fucking
God,
actors.
sorry I asked. Absolutely not. Well, gee, sorry, buddy. Sorry for trying to be in the conversation. It's my fault.
I love the actors. I thought it was really good, but I would never say to someone, "Oh my God, you should go see that movie." But I
Right.
have seen, like Cody said, it is like people are putting it on.
Oh,
like-
if you're that super nerdy type of person, I mean, I've seen people, like going across on TikTok, you're like, this is the most phenomenal film I've ever seen. I'm like,
Yeah. Yeah,
I mean, it was good.
it was
but,
good.
Like, it's not.
It's a lot of people's number one of the year.
Yeah, and
Well, it's beautiful.
How many people do you really know?
it depends on what you're looking for, you know.
Yeah.
YouTube reviews.
Yeah.
You know, I watched fucking Venom, and I had a fucking good time. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I haven't watched that yet.
You know what? I will say I'm starting to I watched Rickety Snickety. Rickety
Oh, Ricky Stenicki.
Ricky
Ricky
Stenicki.
Stenicki.
Yeah.
Thank you.
With John
Hilarious
Cena?
movie.
So you know what? Here's the deal with that. Funny parts,
John Cena.
but I didn't enjoy it like I thought I
right.
I
The
didn't
parts with John Cena and him, like
Oh,
when
great.
he's doing the cover band
Oh
thing,
my God.
I was crying.
Oh.
But then, like the rest of the movie, I was just kind of like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get that.
Yeah.
but there were some fantastic parts in
Well,
that.
Cena there's something about him, man. I mean,
I
he
hated
is
that guy for so long, and then all of a sudden
How do you
Peacemaker
love-
came out, and I was
how
like,
do you hate
"What?"
John Cena?
Yeah. There is
I-
something about him.
And but see, that's another thing. I love you, man, but a fucking Peacemaker, like, yes, I enjoyed it. To me, it was still almost too goofy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Well,
I just,
it's comic
definitely
booky
was all
for
that.
sure.
right,
It's definitely
I just-
a live comic book.
right. It just kind of took it, but I never, again, I enjoyed it and I ended up caring about the characters a little bit. And like I said, it was worth watching, but there was nothing about that show that made me go, I can't wait to watch another episode. Nothing about it. And I just-
the intro alone was enough to make me go,
But
"I
that-
can't wait."
And for the simple-minded folk, I get it.
Oh,
But some people,
well then,
I watched
would
we
happily
can't all
admit
love
that's me,
fucking
so-
Three Ninjas.
I watched the opening of that. The opening to Three Ninjas is fan-fucking-tastic.
Sure
and
it
you
is.
know it. It's not as good as the opening to Surf Ninjas, but
Isn't there
God
a movie
damn it, that was probably
Hollywood
the one.
Ninjas as well?
That's probably the one I meant.
But you know,
Surf Ninjas,
how
yeah.
can you not? The only reason you don't like Surf Ninjas is because he's on a fucking Sega and not a Nintendo.
Which
'cause you're a
ninja
snob.
movie is Chris Farley in?
Beverly Hills Ninja.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I knew there was a ninja movie he was
Yeah.
in.
Yeah.
Is there a movie called Three Ninjas, or did I make that up?
No, that's the Rocky Colton Tum Tum.
I don't know, but I loved American Ninja.
It's been a while.
American Ninja
Lot-
Warrior?
Yeah. Maybe. I don't.
You talking about the show where they do the
No,
competition?
the movie. There was a movie,
Oh.
American Ninja. Oh, I love that.
And that was just whitewashing Asian culture. Is that
exactly
all
what
it
it
was?
was.
Perfect.
Yep.
Yeah.
You might do ninjas well over there, but wait till you see what we do.
I do want to jump back to a comment. Nate Strong said it was great to meet my brothers. Both my brothers were out for the Mega 80s, and it was super cool to be able to introduce them to everybody because everybody's heard about them, and I always brag about them because they're great. So to be able to go out and share that, I had my friends and my family there. That was a ton of fun. So
Super cool.
have you,
cool.
Cody? Have you talked to Dylan in the last couple of days?
What do you mean?
I fucking called me on Thursday. I was having breakfast with Jeremy. He says, "Hey, what are you doing on Thursday?" I said, "I don't know. What do you got?" He's like, "I'm getting married. I need. Can you bring grandma?" Sure. So, yeah, they're because they're doing the full wedding. They're doing everything on the same date as they're planned. But they're like, "Man, we want to move on with our life in 25. It'd be easier to be married." So they buy a house and health insurance and shit. So
this Thursday,
this Thursday, we're going down to the courthouse.
That's
Congratulations,
me
Dylan.
me and Amanda. Me and
fuck.
Amanda and grandmas, and
that's cool.
that, and they're aging. Obviously, they're in their mid 90s and they're starting to have health issues. So they're like, we're just going to run down, and they're not
To
keeping
be
it
in your
a secret,
90s
but
and
they're
only
not-
start
they're just
having
gonna
health
do
issues?
it and,
That'd be nice.
so
Seeing
Started in my
how
20s.
Holy shit, dude!
Both-
Like I knew that was being talked about,
Yeah.
and I knew that
in
some people were not very happy about that.
dude, in 2024, it fucking makes perfect sense. Why would you you're marrying this person, you've been together for a few years. Why would you spend $5,000 on your healthcare when you can get it for free from somebody else?
No, it's totally good.
And when it comes to buying a house, being married, and having everything joint, it makes perfect sense.
Wow.
I am glad that they're still going to go through. They're not just going to they're going to go through and do the whole thing so
Yeah,
everybody
just-
can celebrate it. But the biggest problem is they can't find a place. There was
Yeah.
nothing close in all of 25 for them to get married.
That
you
doesn't
know?
surprise me.
I've heard it's
And
horrible. I've heard that's one of like
it's-
the worst parts now about trying. Don't get me wrong.
You're planning.
fucking getting married in
I
general
say,
just sucks.
Josh booked his 2 years ago.
Yeah.
I think.
Well, and that's I'm getting blown up with people that want me to DJ, and I'm like, I can't commit to 18 months out because I have no intention of replacing my equipment if something goes sideways.
Right, you're gonna be
You
done.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm gonna be done. I'm like, I'm not gonna commit to that because then all of a sudden I'm buying new equipment to be able to do a wedding, and
Wow.
it's kind of crazy.
Cody,
I'm
I
not
just-
sure I should have said that on the podcast. Now that I think about it, I was
just-
super excited about it, and maybe I shouldn't have said it. So
I just sent you a picture, and
Oh.
there's there's a reason. Most people who are my friends on Facebook or in our support group have seen this, but I have talked about it on the show. So those of you who have not seen,
Oh god.
I got surprised the other night.
You gotta love family.
So my kid, I'm in the kitchen and I'm fixing me some grub, and I hear from behind me, trauma, and I don't budge, right? Because why would I? It's like normal coming from the mouths of people in my house. We're a fucked up family anyway. And then I hear,
what you looking at?
I hear trauma again. And I turn around and this motherfucker, you guys have heard my fucking sad California Raisin story. And this motherfucker is wearing that costume and just staring at me with those sad grapey eyes. And she just goes, trauma. I'm like, fuck you. So I just wanted to say that, yeah, that happened. That's,
Good job.
yeah, pretty sad, but I'll make it through it. This is so begins the healing process.
She called me a little weenie at the movie theater.
Well, yeah, because you probably accidentally Snapchatted a picture to it because you're irresponsible when you're drunk. Hey, one great thing about Lily that we did find out is that we did reiterate over the break that I am still and always have been her favorite podcast host. So, which is awesome because I just think the world of her. I think she's awesome and amazing.
The
And
problem with me posting that picture though, like on my Facebook page, is me and my brother have started working towards making
I've seen that.
amends.
I mean,
and
I've watched it
whatnot,
on
and-
Facebook.
right?
Yes.
And apparently he didn't remember this story of him not getting chosen
He
for
brought
the
back trauma for
yeah.
him.
So all of a sudden he's like, I'm like, oh fuck, I'm gonna be the cause of
Now
him
we'll
like
have to
relapsing or
fix
something.
what I just brought back up.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, but how great is it? He didn't remember it. It caused no trauma to him.
Yeah,
You-
he's fine.
You
It
on the other-
obviously bugged
I'm-
the hell
yeah.
out of you.
And well, that's who I am, I guess. And he's like, it actually kind of brings a little tear to my eye knowing that that's affected you for so long. Like, sorry for bringing it back up. Yeah, that's my family in a nutshell. Trauma and fucking dark ass humor.
Yeah.
God damn it.
it's very easy to look at your family and be like, you're the worst of them. Because dude, Lily freaking just cracks me up.
She's
And
got
she's-
Laura's sarcasm
Oh, she's so funny.
and my dark sense of humor.
and like I said, the you obviously you meet people in this world, right? And you form these relationships. And I said hello, introduced years ago at whatever con
Yeah.
it was that I met her.
Mhm.
And you don't always. I'm very much overwhelming to meet sometimes because I'm
You can be.
You're
I
still-
love you.
to
I
this
love
day.
you, but you can be.
How about to no?
okay. So, but I'm the guy that in one thing, like I'm not gonna let you be left out. Like if you're in the group, I'm gonna make sure that, hey, I'm gonna ask you and I'm gonna bring you into the conversation so you don't feel like an outsider. Now, that is normally a very positive experience. Sometimes it can be a little bit overwhelming because I don't always know that person wants to be anywhere near it, right?
Right.
But I do have the wherewithal and I do have the, to go, okay, start kind of small. And I did that with Lily because she was 14 or 13 or whatever when I met her,
dang.
right?
Or
And-
younger.
Right.
Think
So-
about 7 years ago, she was like 11, dude.
Okay, so 11.
Yeah.
So but then every time it's, hey, how are you? You know what I mean? And then it was, hey, look at this figure I got. And then those little conversations, those little moments happen.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden I walk into Grand Rapids Comic Con or whatever. She goes, hey, Pete, and gives me a big hug.
Mhm.
Well, okay, cool. Like she's comfortable. And that's a good feeling when you create an environment where people feel comfortable, you know? So then it gets to the point of where we're like tag teaming Jeremy. You know what I mean? And that's where it happens, right? Yeah, that's
Pretty
the
much.
cool stuff. And so, like I said, and I talked about it within the last few episodes of go to pick up Jeremy for Legion's Con or whatever. It's like I want to say hi to Laura and I want to say hi to Lily and hey, how's it going? And ask her about her band. Or I would post a hey, great job, in the video or whatever, like showing that support. And so like. We were one day she was laughing because I actually messaged her on Facebook because Laura told me about how she fucking just roasted you about not having a job or something.
Yeah, motherfucker.
So I literally messaged her. I was like, great burn on your dad. She's like, yeah, thanks. LOL,
Well, it's my fault. I've been giving her shit her entire life, just ripping on her, and now she's smart enough to get me
Turn it
back.
back on
Doing
you.
pretty good,
Turnabout's
too.
fair play.
Yep,
Yeah,
created a monster, man. So-
Lacey asked, "What is the grape trauma?" Lacey, real quick, I was in a costume contest after school thing. My brother was with me. I was this awesome werewolf, not Teen Wolf Nancy.
Mike, take his scissors.
and my brother's wearing that stupid costume, but I have this sweet homemade awesome looking one. And the lady points at us. I don't remember what we won, but or what I won. Sorry. But she points my way, says
An
you,
eraser.
and I start to walk forward, and my brother starts to walk forward too in his costume, and she looks at him and says, "No, not you." And I swear to God, there were tears coming out of that fucking costume's eyes. And he had to slink back and whatever.
And the next day he was on meth.
Yeah. So it stuck with me all these years, like this big empathetic, sad moment for me. Like, it's the sad California Raisin.
I can just picture him, and this is going to be probably one of the worst things I've ever said, but I'm going to do it anyways. I can just picture him like in this crack house, and he just goes, Heard it through the grapevine. And then he goes,
"Oh God damn it!" I almost sent him a link to watch this episode today too.
No, don't do that.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Oh yeah, and nobody talk about my brother either. We're gonna keep that secret. So
Everybody out there.
oh
Shit.
well, damn.
But yeah, so there you go.
Yeah.
Good couple of weeks there.
And by the way, everybody's heard the story. I have a drug addled family member that's been in prison, so I can make the joke. You know what
Oh
I mean?
yeah, we're all
So,
fucked up.
I have a.
It's like I can make gay jokes because of that one night with Travis in the sauna.
I had a
You know?
drug-addled brother who's in the ground. So
There you go.
Oh
Boom.
shit! Yeah, I didn't even think about that.
You win.
Probably cold right now.
Toy news. Oh shit. Oh shit. You know, it's always the ones you least
every
expect.
now and again, somebody has to be a one upper.
Yeah.
That's not how you want to do it. That was the fucking live show when it was like I got to go hug Jeremy because I'm that big of a piece of shit. So,
I'm sorry.
all right, okay, we're back. So, toy news. You got some pictures for us, Cody?
The first
48 minutes in.
It's like messing up. Give me a second.
Oh, okay.
That's a problem. Oh god, that picture right there.
Oh god,
That's one of the best pictures ever.
look at Jeremy.
Jeremy's face.
He's so
Pissed off
mad.
in the fucking window.
Every time I see that face, I think of in Grown Ups. And it's like, oh, God, don't be so mad, Robbie.
I haven't seen that, but I'll
never
take
seen
your word for it.
Grown-Ups?
Uh-uh.
Motherfucker, you're like,
Oh.
Joker's the best
You're-
movie ever.
you never seen fucking
But are
Grown Ups?
you an Adam Sandler guy or no?
I used to be.
Or
Okay.
David Spade.
Or fucking
Yeah.
Chris
Schneider,
Rock,
I
or
hate Rob
Rock,
Schneider.
I'm not a
Chris-
Rob Schneider fan.
Chris
either.
Rock's okay.
I like
Dude,
Rob.
so fucking watch it for Adam Sandler's wife. God damn
Selma?
it. Selma Hayek. Jesus Christ, she's hot. And Maria Bello's in there, and she's smoking hot. Rob Schneider's daughter's smoking hot.
I think that's a good just one night. You're like, I need something to watch. You pull it up, see what you think, kind of thing.
Okay.
I don't think I ever watched a second one, so like I'm
It's
not.
funny.
I
yeah, it's
can't-
funny.
Yeah,
It's
here we go.
all right. What are we doing?
Here's the first of the toy news. Toylanta is going to be hosting PowerCon as well this coming year, and it's going to be in March. So just a few months away. This came out around Christmas time, the news. What do you guys think?
Is that like every other year? Or is that what they're now?
This is
doing?
all they're saying right
Okay.
now is that they are powering up this particular year.
Okay.
Which means we will not be there.
We will not be there.
Yeah.
Nope.
Why not?
MesquiCon, and then I will actually be at a concert the following weekend after MesquiCon. And
What are you
that's
going?
when
What
this-
concert?
Grand Rapids,
Got the
after
kid
Cena?
Billy Joel tickets for Christmas.
No shit.
Yep.
God, I need to lose my job.
That's why I'm eating Travis's food today because
Hey, Jeremy, you're losing some weight. You're looking good, man. You taking new meds? No, I quit eating because I bought my daughter Billy Joel tickets.
I've been on the poor man's diet. It's great. You lose a lot.
We called it loser's lunch. It was just bologna on hand because we couldn't even afford white bread.
I'm bummed about this. I'm glad to see that apparently PowerCon is still happening. Yeah,
Is it though? I mean, it's part of another toy show.
it feels very life supportish. But
There's that argument where it feels life supportish. Also the relevance, keeping the name relevant, because last year, from all public accounts, they're saying it didn't happen because of scheduling conflicts. And if that's the case, I don't know what 2025 was going to bring.
Yep.
We hadn't heard anything yet.
Yep.
And yeah, this is the news we get, is that they're partnering with Toylanta.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means. Like
What's it look like? Is it
Right,
going to be
is
a
it-
room, or is it just going to be there? PowerCon is going to be
right?
on
Is the logo
fucking-
just going to be on stuff,
Yeah.
and like Val will be there or
Yes,
whatever,
yep.
or Some of the same vendors. I have no idea.
Well, but the reality of that show has got to be booked already for vendors.
Yeah.
You would assume it's a popular show. A lot of people love going there. We've never been there, so I can't talk about the con.
Yeah.
But I think you look at PowerCon, you look at NECA, and you look at those companies, they would have already. I mean, if they're doing shows as small as PowerCon, they're doing Toylanta.
I would think
You
it's
know
some
what
of
I mean?
just the same vendors.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, some of the same, but I mean,
Yes.
the big names of,
I understand.
because PowerCon had stuff that a lot of cons don't, like actually having the toy designers Mondo and that. I would think that they're probably already doing Toylanta.
I don't know if they were doing it to that extreme, but guaranteed, Four Horsemen were there.
Right.
Like Savage Crucible is probably there. I'm sure Valiverse was there. They're already
right.
They're
already
there.
doing Toylanta.
Yeah.
I don't know what the only thing that I can fathom is it's just trying to keep that name alive, because I can't imagine. I know, again, I plan on a very small scale, and I know I have a tight window based on the booking process for my event, but something as big as Toylanta, by the time we heard an announcement about PowerCon, they're already balls deep in everything.
I would think.
So it's
Yeah.
not like,
And
hey,
who
by the
knows how
way,
long they were talking
Right.
or whatever, but
I don't think that this is a situation where it's like, oh man, Toylanta's only 75% full. Hey, Val,
We need this.
will you come in and take this other 25% and make it PowerCon so we can stay alive as Toylanta? I don't think it went down that way.
I would assume no.
You know, so I kind of feel like, hey, can I staple my picture on your banner?
Get it?
And
Val
maybe
staple?
figure it out.
Huh?
Yeah, I know what I'm doing. I'm fucking brilliant.
I'm a comedian.
I think that would be a show that we should one day make the trip to go and enjoy.
Well,
I
was gonna say, have you guys? I mean, I know you've done like San Diego, right? With Steve? No,
they did.
No, we
they
did
did
PowerCon.
PowerCon when it was in California.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
I mean, have you guys went to farther reaching toy shows?
nah.
Other than Legion's Con, I think the farthest I've ever gone was CincyCon,
Yeah.
which is actually in Kentucky or some shit, which is totally weird.
Yeah.
But
They're
geography.
close.
You know,
Yeah,
it's
across
just
the
a river.
I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, Cincinnati Con was actually, and that's not even a thing anymore. That's done now,
I
isn't it?
don't think it. Yeah, I think that one dried up. There's probably something else now, but
Right.
I just have never. I've gotten to the point now, and it's just me being, a money grubbing bastard. But like, if I'm not selling at a show, I'm like, why do I want to go?
No, I was just curious if
Right?
you've been to
No,
further reaching.
But I mean, you've done C2E2 and stuff, big shows like that. I've
Yeah.
never been to like big ones or Wizard World or anything
Yeah.
like that. I think the biggest, CincyCon was big, but I'm a local. I'm, like Detroit, Motor City is big, and I've been there.
Yeah.
But even then, I haven't. I went to Grand Rapids Comic Con as a guest this year, not as a guest, as a participant. You know what I mean? For the first time in 2 or 3 years, because I've literally picked hanging out with you guys in Legion's Con over doing anything with Grand Rapids.
Yeah.
And we used to make a whole weekend out of it.
Yeah. It is. What I've heard is that show is good.
Yeah.
Like, it is a really good toy show. Where I will say a lot of the shows I sell at nowadays, I would not say are really good toy shows.
Yeah.
well,
Um,
and I know, like for me, like I know enough people that if I want or need something, I put out a message, and it pretty much is there.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. And when's the last time, Trav, you really ever walked the show floor and was like, oh my gosh, and bought something? You know,
I'm not.
yeah.
I'm not into vintage stuff and stuff like. So it doesn't bother me.
My collecting has changed so much. Like I'm not.
Mine as well.
When I went, like even Grand Rapids Comic Con, I bought D&D stuff.
Yep.
I bought like a Nuka-Cola pin for my hat. Like I bought some cool stuff, but I didn't buy one toy.
Yeah.
I'm really down to Mythics and Glyos is really what my world is. At least for now, right, Maverick? Yeah, we know, we get it.
Yeah, so I don't know what this means, how it's going to add to the show other than putting the logo on there, but that's just because we don't really know.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of information about it yet. I don't know, if that means in 2026 they're back in Ohio or whatever. I know that they said before that, the show would be back in Ohio at some point. So fingers crossed, because I did like going to that one. So
Jade says, "Well, Jeremy, when a mommy con loves a daddy con,
There's a baby con.
I wonder. I do wonder. I wonder what from a con promoter standpoint. I do wonder what the overall intention is.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because I can't think there's a ton of money in. I mean, it's not. I can't see Toylanta going, oh well, we'll kick you proceeds, or I mean, I don't
Right.
I don't see it as
You would think that PowerCon would have to add something to the situation,
and I don't.
and we don't know what that is.
Right. That not only do we not know what that is, again, I don't foresee. Because I don't know much about Toylanta, it seems to be big enough to where, I mean, Grand Rapids Comic-Con, you're at the show, you book for next year, or you don't get a table.
Yeah.
Like I feel like Toylanta would
I'm
be
sure.
big enough.
I'm sure.
Hey, listeners, does anybody happen to know that's watching live? Like, I mean, what is the size of Toylanta? I
Yeah.
mean, maybe
It's a big place. I was just looking it up.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I gotta think that it's comparable to. It's. I mean,
Yeah, it looks
with
like
it being
Grand
because
Rapids.
it's there isn't like an Atlanta Comic-Con, right? I mean, is Toylanta the show in Atlanta?
I don't know enough about. I mean, I'm sure we've got some listeners who can comment on it, but I know that it seems like it is becoming one of the premier like shows to attend. It definitely seems that way.
Oh, and Jade Russo makes a point here. Do we get a PowerCon tribute figure since we got the not a G.I. Joe tribute figure? Yeah, I don't know.
I'm almost gonna bet no
I would,
at this point. I mean, who
Yeah.
knows? It wouldn't surprise me still.
They really haven't posted much.
The Atlanta.
Okay,
Yeah.
so Eric Miller says roughly PowerCon size, give or take.
Okay.
So that's smaller than I imagined it would be. 1-6 Shooter says Dragon Con, which tells me nothing. Thanks for nothing, Trevor.
Oh, I think that's the huge.
You know,
That's their huge
uh,
Atlanta
oh.
con. I think.
Hey, how pretty is Melissa? Oh, she's as good looking as Angie. I don't know who fucking Angie is. I don't know who Melissa is. Like, that's not helpful.
Isn't Toylanta the show that filled the vacuum left by PowerCon last year, or was that Joe Fest?
Oh, man.
I went to Toylanta last year. It was in a hotel. It's a good sized show. It's not the size of Joe Fest or anything.
Okay, but it does look like if they're moving to this, maybe that is the plan. That now, I mean, don't get me wrong. If I'm at this show and
But see, that's Atlanta Comic Con. That's not Toylanta.
Yeah, correct.
So there is an Atlanta Comic Con.
if PowerCon, if Val Staples comes to me and goes, hey, we want to try and build something. Our plan is to come back next year or whatever it is. Unless this is super successful, of course, then you just stay
Right,
there.
yeah.
Right. Yeah. I'm sure I could see them being like, yeah, let's do this. Like, let's keep just building this.
Atlanta Comic Convention.
Who knows, man? Anyway,
Yeah.
so
So speaking of it,
yeah, leading right into it, a segue into the Toylanta exclusive figure from Four Horsemen Toy Design.
I want it.
Trevor. I don't know who they is either. So good.
I am so excited about this figure.
Does zero for me.
Totally understandable.
Have you seen the nonsense on the Cabal about the head? And...
Stop right there.
Okay.
Just all I want to hear you say is, have you seen the nonsense on the Cabal? Then you can insert anything you want there, because 90% of that shit anymore is nonsense. Sorry, continue.
About, oh, his beard won't pack into that helmet. Guess what? Hair kind of goes wherever you want it to go.
Guess what? It's a fucking toy.
True.
Mutant.
As well.
God.
So I am super excited about this because
It's an amazing looking figure.
it's amazing, and it also is them taking a step.
I assumed it was a G.I. Joe tribute. It
Mhm.
looks very G.I. Joe.
Definitely.
It's actually a Vala tribute.
Okay.
So
There you go. Interesting that they went that route, because now that opens up more stuff.
Yes.
it's not interesting at all. That makes a complete sense why it opens that up.
And I'm so glad that they
It's just
did it.
interesting because I never saw them going this route. You know what I mean? I never saw them going like.
I never saw them wanting to do other stuff to make money. It's crazy. You're right. It's a
Well,
good-
there's that.
good call.
But no,
Cosmic
just
can
the
do
style,
any of
like
this
going
stuff, in
into
my
the
opinion.
sort of modern,
military.
military.
aspect.
Yeah.
with a cosmic flair.
I absolutely love this figure, and it gets me excited, and it does get me excited for exactly like what Pete's saying. Like, this is just another avenue, another way to create more cooler new figures with parts
that they already have.
they already have.
Yeah.
Just a different paint job.
Yep. And you know as well as I do, there's going to be people that have never bought a Mythic Legion who at that show
Yes.
We'll buy that.
are buying.
I mean,
that
that's
figure.
how.
And then people on I didn't get there till Sunday because I just got paid. And then people that were non-mythic people, they already bought them all up, so I didn't get one. So if somebody would send me one for retail price with free shipping, that'd be great.
Them doing that with the Masters of the Universe figures is what got me into starting to collect Mythic Legions. So I
Yes.
totally get it.
Yes. Yeah.
Eric Miller, this figure will be a surefire gateway drug for Toylanta fans. 100% correct, man.
And that's, I mean, I'm super excited about getting this figure, and I already have the fire, that aspect of it. Like, I really do feel like this is going to be one of those things where, and I even just recently, like, I saw someone post a mythic figure, and it's Okitis, which would be Web Store. And they painted him in black and red and put him like in front of a Cobra symbol, and he's holding guns in all 8 of his hands.
Yeah.
And like, you start talking about Monster Force, you start talking about Valaverse, you start obviously Hasbro and G.I. Joe, and it's just another little thing. And of course, we care about the 4 Horsemen. We just want to see them continually grow and have fun. And that fucking figure is fun.
That's a fun figure.
I agree.
Yeah.
And the thing is,
Wholeheartedly.
if you wanted to make that where it like pretty much strictly military, you could.
Yeah.
But if you want to put him on a cosmic shelf, you pop a couple of pieces off, and now he's right a fucking space,
Easy. Easy.
Space Ranger.
Yeah.
Because
Bruh.
he looks very reminiscent of like rock and roll from Joe's.
I thought it was Roadblock that he looked like.
Well,
Was it
and it could be
Roadblock? I'm sorry.
All of them, though. No.
Okay.
Rock and Roll is the white one, but Roadblock. I mean,
Roadblock. You're right.
there's definitely a few other figures that he.
The only reason I read a Cabal comment,
Oh.
and Jade Russo said definitely not Roadblock. That was the only reason I thought that.
Brian Brink says they can do a new line, Figura Tributa.
There we go.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
And Maverick came up with a fucking blistering hot idea for a name, introducing military legions. Good one, Mav. Way to use your robo brain full of creativity. You're a shining example as to why AI is not going to work. Military legions.
Hey, they should call them army guys.
That'd be bold.
Fucking
wouldn't it?
Maverick.
That'd be so
Introducing army guys.
something just isn't clicking.
Next in line, we have there's a Kickstarter now for The Cursed Dead, or Cursed if you want to be fancy. Wave 1.
There's a song they say cursed instead of cursed
Yeah.
because it makes more sense to have 2 syllables there.
Mhm.
And now I cannot remember what the song is.
I don't know. I've heard people say cursed anyway. It's just fun. Makes you feel fancy, like I said. Their Kickstarter, it launched on January 1st, and it will run until February 1st. Let's see what they say. They're 6-inch figures, so that's pretty sweet. They're modern reimagining of history's most infamous monsters. And they got like vampires, demons, spirits, creatures, and shape changers. Legendary horror icons, all with one thing in common. These unfortunate immortals were born into the darkness. They are the cursed dead.
Yes.
Yes. So what was the first one called? I forget already. I looked at it, but Drinker Brood. He looks kind of cool. He's a vampire-y, baddie looking guy. I don't see any wings, but maybe those are coming. Who knows? We have a Jinn, or that's at least his name.
Satan-y.
Yeah, he's Satan-y looking. That's fun. We got Gordy. That's a silly name. I'd like that as well. The triple face. Maybe it goes all the way around. We don't know. But the triple faced jack-o'-lantern type head. That's fun. I assume
Hate?
hate. The A and E are connected in certain fonts, so not here, but yeah, I don't know. He looks like Satan as well.
Demon.
Like, yeah, I don't know if it's
Yeah.
a based on
Fire in the center of his head
mhm,
or something.
They're skinny.
They are very
Yeah,
skinny.
that's
Rage with a W in front. It's silent unless it's rage, but
that thing would be creepy.
that's kind of got that what the fuck movie
Legend.
yes, thank
Yeah.
you. Got like the legend horns on there. These guys are lanky and a little thin. Dr. Crane, which is kind of a take on the Fly. A little grosser.
Yeah,
I dig it.
real cool.
different body. It looks like.
Yeah. Dr. Scant, which is
Scante.
it's kind of like Zoidberg, only blue.
Zoidberg, that's Futurama.
Yeah. Crankle.
I say Krampus.
This is one of the deluxe ones, which the other ones are $40, and I think this guy's 80. So
Looks like a lot of soft goods on it. though.
yeah, he's got some. Yep. So he's kind of Krampus-y, Santa Claus-y, sort of.
Chris Kringle, Krampus, Crankle. I see what they did there. I like
Krampus
it.
Crankle. And then the Wendigo is also a
I
deluxe
fucking love
figure.
me a Wendigo. Man.
That's
Yeah.
pretty
I
cool.
wanna
Looks
see what that head on.
looks
I'd
very
say the head
that
laying
normal
on the
head
ground
looks
looks
zombie,
pretty awesome.
but yeah, that skull
yeah.
deer.
With 12 different horns hanging out.
Yeah.
Also, the probably deluxe figure, so probably another pricey one.
Yeah, it's probably 80, I think.
Yep.
So I don't know why they're double if the soft goods and all that and the
Right.
I wonder if
just
there's
costs
other-
that much
bunch
more.
of other
but-
accessories too that we're
right.
seeing.
Yeah, maybe we're not seeing it all, but
They look cool.
not I
What is
don't
it?
know that I'll get into these. I'm not sure. They're
Wait, Toy DNA. Do we know them?
no. Nope, that's a
How much
totally
does it
different.
cost to
Oh no,
buy
premium DNA is the one that's bending everybody over right now and fucking them. Okay, that's sorry, I get confused. This is not the crooked former Megalopolis turned premium DNA doing the same Megalopolis thing. This is somebody new, so please don't judge them based off a similar name. Oh, can I not be honest? I'm sorry, I forget. I can't be honest on this show.
I don't know enough about it to be
I-
honest.
You know,
about it.
Curtis says they're assholes. I believe him.
Isn't
Curtis is
never-
on every
Oh,
podcast
Have
that's
you
ever been made.
Hosed by them recently?
No, I have not
No?
been hosed.
Okay.
I know that there's some legal stuff that they never bring to light that and I don't know why, maybe because of more criticism or whatever. I know there's legal issues though, and it's holding some stuff back. That's all I know. I don't know anything beyond that, and I know that has to do with some of the like the Mad Balls and Garbage Pail Kid stuff. So as far as anything else goes, no idea. I'm not in that world. I
Yeah.
don't pay attention, but so yeah, check those shits out. That
Who's
should be-
buying? Anybody backing that?
I would kind of like the pumpkin head dude
That's the one I guessed you would like.
and maybe like the Crankle one.
I didn't see them all because I was trying to do something else. That would be something that I would look into further. I can't say right now I would back,
Yeah.
but if I look and depending on stretch goals and whatnot, I might actually.
Well, as of-
to back, just like
Well, as of last night, there were 233 backers with 27 days to go, and they were at 45,412, and they need 175,000. Like they're already sculpted and all that shit. They just need the production costs.
Okay.
$40 a figure, $80 for the deluxe.
So whatever the all in, I mean, so you could just back one figure, so
Yeah.
$40, or you could just give them $1 and support them. That's always an option on Kickstarter.
Sure,
But I don't pay for.
I don't do that shit.
No,
I need something for my
yeah,
money.
You better give me some shit. That's why all the people pay $1 for our Patreon because they want to get something.
Speaking of that, so just out of curiosity, I've always pledged $10 a month. For some reason, it dropped down to $1. I don't know how to change it. I don't know.
I think that happened to a lot
I
of people.
didn't change it.
So-
It just changed.
Sure, Mike.
That's weird.
They just went. These guys are not worth $10.
We're just taking that tier away.
yeah.
I'm just saying.
Something to look into someday.
Hot Toys. They got themselves a nice pool.
There is no way that somebody doesn't buy this to have sex with it.
It is that pretty.
It's just that pretty.
um,
Now, if they gave me a Blake Lively head, I'd buy it right now. My wife was watching that It Ends With Us the other night, and I watched the first part of it while I was eating, and I was like, I gotta walk away. Like, I'm not gonna watch this. But it was apparently a pretty amazing movie.
Yeah, Kara said it was good.
Got the little doggy with his tongue
So
hanging out.
fucking ugly.
Dog
It's so
pool.
ugly. Yeah, dog pool. I thought it would actually come with like an extra head, so it could be Deadpool as well if you wanted, but I don't see that at all in this. So this is totally just nice pool, man.
And I get these are expensive figures.
Oh yeah,
The likeness is scary.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like it's really fucking good, but still it's on that edge. It's like almost the Uncanny Valley type thing where it's like video game graphics are so good, but they're not 100% there yet. So it's kind of got that like that right there. Like, god damn, it looks like him though, doesn't it?
It looks like
Holy
a
fuck.
wax music. Like
Yes,
a
there you
wax
go.
museum
Yep,
figure.
like a wax figure of him. But god damn, it's fantastic looking.
Yeah, and his suit.
Yeah.
That looks so good.
Spot on, man. Shiny and the fucking his two gold guns, and there they have him next to Deadpool. Fucking shit, the dog kissing him and shit. Like, I mean, that's funny. I'm not like a huge I love Deadpool. Those movies are great and everything, but like I don't know how like if this attracts a bunch of people, like a figure like this. I mean, not physically, but like if you're actually gonna purchase this.
Do you know the story of Dogpool in this movie?
That
dog.
Oh, the real
ugliest dog in the U.S.
Yeah.
Or world. I don't know.
Yeah.
U.S. for sure.
Pretty funny.
Apparently Toy DNA, take a quick step back just based on some comments. Those are like legit toy guys that have been in the industry for years and done stuff with Gentle Giant. They worked on Giant Man for Hasbro. Like these are legit people. So according to people in the know, that Kickstarter is legit and buy with confidence. So
okay.
Toy DNA on Kickstarter. And thank you for the information, everybody. We appreciate you.
And then I think they had to try putting a bunch of stuff on his face so the dog would lick him.
Oh,
They
yeah,
used,
so-
oil or something
like
like
licking
that.
him in his mouth and shit. Yeah. But yeah, fucking wonderful likeness, man. I didn't check price on this guy, but I'm sure it's in
But
the-
it does
At
it
least
just
200.
yeah,
Right?
probably 250 or
yeah, I
something.
would say 250 to 280. I think is kind of
305.
305. Okay.
Oh,
I did get the
high end of that scale.
yeah, no shit. I mean that likeness, man.
Oh,
you know,
Hot
you want
Toys are amazing.
yeah, you
I
want it
just-
movie accurate. There
I
you
just
go.
can't afford 'em.
well, that's so there's been one hot toy in my entirety of collecting where I was like, I want that figure someday. And it was one of the Predator figures, Jungle Predator, I think and I'm like, just because it was such an amazing, but it's, I until I have a place to where I'd actually display them, because I don't do that now. I just can't get behind spending $305 on something that's gonna stay in the box.
I'm currently
You know?
working towards a place to display stuff. So
Right.
Wouldn't be a show if I wasn't shitting me pants.
Yeah, that right there, Cody. That
Yeah,
thing's just it's
is-
fucking insane.
Oh, the
You know?
the Predator,
Yeah.
Look at the
Jungle
1300.
Hunter. How
Yeah,
much is that?
Well, that's aftermarket. I mean, that's because it's out of production. That's a resale price. That wasn't the
Jesus
actual.
Christ!
That wasn't the price that was selling.
Yeah,
So
that's
and
crazy.
I've actually never seen a hot toy in person. Like you don't see like knuckles or wrists or elbow, none of that, right?
it's all one. It's the one of the big things is the soft goods where that stuff does matter. The soft goods hide it all. So, but I mean, these all have. And I shouldn't say they all do. A lot of them have multiple light up features and different things. Lightsabers light up. Iron Man's mask glow. I mean, there's a ton of attention to detail. And most of them, at least from what I understand, come with some sort of like base. There's a piece that goes along with it to actually set them up, and
Okay.
it's really, I mean, it's an all inclusive type deal.
It's
But
worth
fuck,
it's worth the money, especially when I'm dropping fucking $40 on mediocre He-Mans.
Right, but I mean, so you look at the big turtles, the big movie turtles that we
Yeah.
bought for like what, $120 a piece.
Something like that.
You know what I
yeah.
mean? And I mean, those are big chunky bastards. Like I had to have those because that was turtles. You know what I mean? but I mean, there's the some of the stuff that they do in this world. It's just very high end. I mean, that Hulkbuster, the actual
I want that so bad. It
the
was like
actual-
$650, I think, when I wanted it.
yeah, dude, it was
Somewhere in that neighborhood.
and
Price
that-
of bitch.
that fucking Hulkbuster hot toy was so big that the Iron Man hot toy fit inside it. I mean, that's the whole
And
the
that's the
attention
thing
to
is,
detail.
like, if you only want one version of something, or
Right.
Yeah,
that seems
exactly.
the way to go.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep. Hey, this and then that's how Steve. Hey, Bespin Luke. That's my Luke. You know, I'm a huge Star Wars fan. I collect all this stuff, but this is the hot toy version I'm going to get. That one, and you see it with the they did a brown and tan or whatever Wolverine, yellow and tan Wolverine.
Yeah.
That's my Wolverine. That's the hot toy I get. You know,
Right.
you're absolutely right. I think.
I'm kind of on the opposite end of the spectrum. Moving into some Marvel Legends.
They're still making these.
They are, and I don't usually bring them up, but I figure with this movie coming out next month, kind of be a springboard to not only talk about these figures, but also talk about the state of Marvel, kind of, and where we're at. I think for $40 figures, that's where Marvel Legends are at now. I think they look pretty damn good. They're doing a great job with these sculpts and everything. I just don't know that I give a shit about the characters that much.
So that's Falcon Cap, Vulture, and Red Hulk.
It's not
no,
Vulture,
it's
Falcon 2.
yeah,
I mean-
it's Captain America, the Falcon, and Red Hulk.
So somebody took over the Falcon moniker when he became Captain America Falcon.
Did you watch what
The
was it?
series,
The
Captain America and the Winter Soldier,
Captain
or
America
Falcon and the Winter
Oh,
Soldier.
the Falcon and the Winter.
Yeah,
So remember how he had the military little sidekick? Falcon did.
Okay.
That guy is then going to become.
Oh,
this.
okay.
so now we have two winged warriors. As I say, there should be some. Now, for these being $40 Marvel Legends, the fucking likenesses are really damn good.
They've definitely figured that out.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they use the live scan, don't they?
Yeah.
I mean, they're pretty loaded.
These
too.
were the best pictures I could get. I swear, like I went everywhere to get them. So,
Well, it's not fine, but whatever.
it is what it is. They look cool, and going through some of the pictures, like some of the poses you can get them in, especially with the wings. I'll say the wings are pretty fun.
They look awesome.
Well, the
Until you try to
wings-
stand them on your shelf with the wings out.
Well,
the
yeah, there's
wings
that.
were like a Build-A-Figure thing a
In the
year or
past,
two ago,
yeah.
right? Yeah.
Oh wow, I like how they're
Yeah,
articulated.
and that's what I'm saying. Like they get pretty foldy.
Oh.
That's an official toy term, listeners.
Foldy.
I like my wings like I like my laundry. Folded. That's
Who here-
cool.
Who here folds laundry at their house?
I don't.
I rarely do, but I do.
If I ever do fold my own clothes, they look
Yeah.
like shit. But
Yeah.
I'll fold them to fit them in the.
I mean, for the
Drawers,
most part, I
but-
hang.
No,
stuff,
Laura,
I'm a
she
hanger
does
too.
it.
but
Yeah.
yeah, like shorts, underwear, shit like that gets folded.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
like below the waist stuff. I will fold up, but like shirts I hang.
Fold underwear? It's on fucking drawer. It's underwear.
Cody, do you?
You know.
I mean, there's only two of you, so
Mhm.
you fold your clothes. Yeah.
Cody's like, I fold Sarah up 3-4 times a week.
Whoa.
Hey, look, it's Red Hulk.
Yeah, it's Red Hulk. I mean,
No, it's red face Cody because he's like, yeah, I do. He's like 3 to 4. Yeah, call it 5 or 6, but yeah, whatever. You know, because twice on Sunday because it's the Lord's Day.
good old
He goes
Red
home from
Hulk.
the podcast so fired up, he's just got to have it every Sunday. She's just expecting it.
So mad. Let me take it out on you.
So it
Well,
looks exactly like the Hulk.
Yeah,
But he's red.
yeah, he's red.
I would say that head sculpt that
It's great.
looks beautiful. And it's fucking Harrison Ford. Spoilers.
What?
Yeah.
All over them fucking trailers.
Yeah.
so.
Yeah. They ain't shy. they ain't shy about
They're
it.
like, you must know that this is not Mark Ruffalo.
I also think the vibe I'm getting from that movie is they're like, we need to get people.
oh yeah, they're scared.
Yeah. I mean, they are, right? I mean,
Let's be honest, man. I'm not super excited about it because it's the characters themselves. I don't really give a shit about. Like Falcon was always okay. He does cool stuff, but I'm not super thrilled about that character. You know,
Great example. So Jade says, "Are we seeing this in the theaters anymore?" Personally, I'll wait for Disney Plus.
it's especially now that my kid gets free tickets. I will definitely see this in the theater.
Yeah.
Will I be excited about it?
I'm not opposed to a theater, but I'm also not opposed to sitting on my couch watching my 75-inch TV.
Right.
I can pause it whenever I want, go to the bathroom, whatever, and then come back and
If this
I
was
can
5
vape
years
without being
ago,
judged by the family sitting next to me in the theater.
I have to listen to them.
This is a movie I would see in theaters.
I think this, of all the ones we've talked about lately, this has, I mean, it's big action.
it has
It's big
potential.
action
It
in
has
the theater,
potential
you
to be
know?
pretty damn good and bring some of us, original lovers of the Avengers movies into this, the seats.
is
And-
this like the first good one since like Endgame?
Well, I mean, they've had Spider-Man, and I mean, I
don't even know what's come out since then, to be honest with you.
they have
I mean,
Doctor
obviously-
Strange and the Multiverse of Madness.
I mean, Morbius was fucking 2 steps above fantastic. So,
never. Poor
which
Craven
I
too.
actually haven't seen.
I haven't
Has anybody
that.
seen? Is Craven out?
Oh, it's been out. Yeah,
Okay.
I think it's gone.
Craven ended up having worse numbers than Sweeney's.
Yeah, and yet
Sweeney,
it
Sweeney's, what's
looked
that?
decent from what I saw. Like the
Madam Web.
the
Oh,
previews,
Jesus.
the trailers and everything. Like it looked fun,
It did look fun,
but I don't
it's-
give a shit.
It's a bad guy from a Spider-Man
Without
universe
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Hey, that worked great with Venom.
Well,
Actually, I mean, it actually did work.
But-
I've watched
actually,
two of
I-
the 3 Venoms.
I
at this
actually
point.
appreciate the Venom series
For these reasons.
But
Yeah,
the-
we know, Jeremy.
the difference is
No, it's-
Venom has had his own running comic for 25 years.
Yeah.
Craven is, hey, you're gonna show up for an arc, and I love that actor. Like it,
Who's the actor?
Aaron.
He was kick ass, and he was
He was a
Quicksilver.
He was a
He
Nosferatu.
was a Nosferatu.
Which
He was a
Quicksilver?
Godzilla.
Which
He was
which Quicksilver?
the one that died.
Oh, okay. So he's the okay.
Yeah.
Didn't see me coming.
Yeah.
Here's the movies. If you
Okay,
Oh,
so
yeah, that's what we want to do right here.
oh, okay, all right.
Obviously, Deadpool. Wolverine,
Well, yeah, go down a little
maybe
bit.
the best movie ever made.
yeah, so recent. So
So since in
Endgame.
Endgame, okay.
Spider-Man, Far From Home,
which was great.
Amazing.
I agree.
Black Widow
Wholeheartedly.
was
Black Widow, I thoroughly enjoyed.
I like
it was
Black
okay.
Widow.
Yeah.
Shang-Chi was amazing.
I thought that was great.
I loved it.
Really
no,
well done.
for how they made me feel about Shang-Chi or whatever it is, how they made me feel. I had zero anything to do with that. I watched
Yep,
it because it was
same.
Marvel. Fell in love with it. Great characters. I thought it was fun.
I'm just pissed I haven't seen him since.
How'd you
Yeah.
feel about
Right.
the Eternals?
The Eternals was worth watching, but it doesn't have any rewatchability.
Exactly.
Shang-Chi
Yeah.
does.
Take it or
Okay.
leave it.
You know,
You know what I loved about the Eternals was I thought the use of their powers, like the fight scenes between them,
Yeah.
all those things, I thought was fucking awesome.
Yeah, I just thought the story.
talk
was
about an
kinda lame.
all-star fucking cast.
Yeah, that too.
Yes.
They had some heavy hitters,
Yep.
like hit you in the face, heavy breastus. You know what I mean?
But that's also the kind of movie where the comic doesn't even
Right.
like sell.
It's not that popular, so yeah.
No, there's just something about it that doesn't land.
Yeah.
I mean, just the
Right.
reality of it.
No Way Home was badass.
I fucking love No Way Home.
There isn't a Spider-Man movie I don't love.
Right, and especially with the Marvel flair, what they've done
Yeah,
is been-
Absolutely.
Multiverse of Madness, I thought looked really well. I don't know that I actually would go to see it again though.
I would
But
watch it.
Yeah,
man.
There were
visually, it
some
was very
cool- It was cool throwing in like the Professor X stuff, like the multiversal versions
John,
of characters.
Face is,
Oh yeah,
Mr.
Mr.
Fantastic.
Fantastic.
Yeah,
and
and they
stuff.
don't give me him, and I fucking
Yeah, I
hate
know.
everybody
Yeah.
for it.
Yeah.
Same.
It was fun, but yeah, I don't know that I'll ever see it again.
Yeah,
Love and Thunder, Jesus fucking
Thor,
Christ.
Love and
I
Thunder.
hated it.
Entertaining though.
Entertaining,
So,
yes, but God, they
Had I
went
not
too
known
far.
that it was 2 different comic book series that they kind of clashed together, it's watchable.
Fantastic villain wasted in a fucking
Wasted.
stupid movie.
So wasted. I get. You're right. I mean, it was entertaining. It still is Hemsworth. It's still
That's the really creepy villain, right?
Gore.
Mhm.
Gore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The God Butcher.
But I mean, you had fucking
Yeah.
what's his name? Russell Crowe fucking prancing around in
His
his
Zeus.
fat,
like it's funny, but like
Too much.
yeah, you went too
a
far
very
into the
fat
funny.
Zeus.
Screaming goats.
Yeah, the screaming goats, which is like it was funny at first, and then it's really annoying, and then it came back to kind of being funny again, and like
But let's just
I
say
don't
it. If your highlight of a Thor movie was the screaming goats, which it was for people,
it was, yeah.
I'm like, that's
you
an
know,
example.
In all
of-
honesty, though, I didn't really care for any of the Thor movies except like the third one.
Ragnarok.
yeah.
Yeah,
No,
Ragnarok.
Ragnarok's the best.
Ragnarok's-
ever.
And even
I-
that
you
was a
guys are
little bit,
fucking dead wrong.
and even that was a
fucking
little silly.
Dark World. That's top 3 all Marvel. I don't know what your problem is.
The only Thor movie.
I mean, let's
like.
they've had some duds through the years, but the problem is they surrounded them
But
with
they-
fucking beautiful.
But see that,
yes.
but therein lies the problem, right? Yeah, it was a dud compared to what you're comparing it to.
yeah,
Yeah.
If you look at that movie for just what it was a hell of a lot better. It got credit for.
yeah.
But it's just like I said, it's you take a group of women and you got 5 women and 4 or 5s and 1s and 8. That 8 is a fucking 10. But then you put that 8 with a bunch of 10s and she looks like a fat slob.
That's true. There you go.
Guardians was great. Quantumania, I liked Quantumania.
What about
I
what-
did too.
We skipped
Black
Wakanda.
Panther?
Oh, Wakanda for I didn't want to talk about it because
It's
Yeah,
hard.
that one. It's
It's
like
hard.
with that first one being so damn good, and I knew not having Chadwick in it was going to be like,
It was still a good movie though.
It was good, but the whole time I couldn't get past
Not having
not
Black
having
Panther.
him. Like,
Yeah.
and the movie did it too. I mean, they made it a movie about.
oh yeah, it
started
made
that-
me
they
emotional
started
and
that movie
shit.
with,
yeah.
hey,
yeah.
He's dead.
Yeah.
yeah, that
and that's
and it
the-
was sad and all that shit, but like,
but this so what is one of what and we've said it 100 times on this podcast, one of the best things about the Marvel universe was they took these actors and they made them Tony Stark. Is Tony Stark. Oh yeah, I'm sorry, Robert Downey Jr. No, he's fucking Tony Stark.
yeah,
Like they took these actors and they did that with Chadwick Boseman, and because they did that so well, now it doesn't survive without them. Because he was fucking T'Challa, man. And to take that out, that is such a huge hit
yeah.
because of what a great job they
And
did
you only
making those people
really
those
got
people.
to have that one movie, you
Right.
know. Yeah, he was in a couple of the Avengers or whatever, but like, yeah, that just sucks. Quantum Mania, I finally finished that like a couple months ago because I kept
like that
falling
movie.
asleep to it.
But,
Wow.
but that's not your fault. It's not Disney's fault. You're a stoner. Like that's not.
That was probably my most hated movie of Marvel.
Quantumania.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did not like it.
What sucks is
Did
like
not
it
like
had
it.
that whole thing with Kang, which was like building up, you
I
know,
liked
through the
him.
Loki series and all that stuff. And
Yeah,
once
and
again,
then he
he
did
was a
some
good
stuff.
villain. But yeah, but
Turns
now
out he was a real villain.
yeah, well,
So-
yeah. But now they're like, now the story has to divert from him, and they're just gonna do it in like little throwaway lines and whatever. I mean, unless they find a way to still make him
I'm
something anyway.
here-
But
so here's what I'm just realizing.
worst
Okay?
Ant-Man movie.
Oh, worst Ant-Man movie for sure. Here's what I'm realizing. So scroll back down just a smidge for me so I can see. Okay. So now Spider-Man Far From Home, right? Mysterio, so many great moments. Okay. Black Widow, origin story,
Yeah.
her sister, Red Guardian,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
Okay.
The,
So
Red,
now-
the Red Guardian.
Shang-Chi, he's an amazing stunt guy. Like the fight scenes and stuff.
Plus
his dad,
dragons.
his dad being the villain, his best friend being just fun and hilarious, a great little sidekick. Eternals, Selma Hayek is hot. Okay. Spider-Man No Way Home, you got to see 3 Peter Parkers. The Multiverse, John Krasinski. Now scroll up. Love and Thunder.
Plus, it was kind
Okay.
of a horror movie. That's
Screaming
fine.
Goats. Wakanda Forever devastated the entire time because they opened it with so you want to go back to Infinity War and before. I can give you 10 moments in each one of those movies that I can recall in an instant and tell you why I loved the movie. After Infinity War, I'm struggling to remember a good part or something that was memorable.
Yeah, because
That's
we were,
the difference.
we were
man.
being led for
Well-
like 10 years to this
Right.
huge
Well-
fucking thing. And now they're like, well, what do we do now?
The
Right.
original Iron Man movie, I could probably recite 90% of
Fucking
it, beginning
amazing.
to end.
And I've
And-
watched
and
the original Avengers like so many fucking times.
Right.
It's just so good.
And there's so many shining moments in those movies that we clung to that we don't have that. Like I said, Thor: Love and Thunder. I'm like, you guys reminded me of a couple, but I'm like, I remember it being entertaining. But if somebody says, "Oh, it was entertaining," that's because they can't recall a reason why.
Yeah.
And I can't do that with it. Guardians of the Galaxy 3. I remember really enjoying it. I cannot recall one scene from that movie in this moment right now.
I remember being sad.
Right.
I like that movie a lot.
It was a good movie for sure.
And I remember enjoying. Now, Deadpool and Wolverine, I've seen 3 times.
Yeah.
And I can recall numerous.
And could see it 3 more times.
Right.
Yeah.
And probably will.
Which
The
is
Marvels
weird
I still
because
haven't seen.
That's not even like
Yeah,
that's
I
a
watched
Fox
Marvel.
property that turned into an MC. Like they didn't even start that at all. They just took it over.
They took it and ran with it.
Yeah.
Though.
Marvels, I
Both
saw that, but
characters, right?
fucking
Fox.
regret it.
So to bring this conversation full circle, I feel like starting at Thor: Love and Thunder, that's hey, we're these are these placeholders until it comes back. Thor: Love and Thunder it's PowerCon. we're gonna hook it to Toylanta for a couple years and then hope that it comes back as what it was.
Which one's MesquiCon?
MesquiCon, it's the
Ant-Man 3.
No, it's Thunderbolts because they're talking about it, but nobody really knows if it's gonna happen. So
I am excited for Thunderbolts. I
wish that I was.
So
I understand why.
but you're excited for Thunder because you read Thunderbolts.
I was gonna
did
say
read
I have
Thunderbolts.
I have
You
no
under-
comic basis for it, but it looks good.
I think it's such a fun team. Like
That's my
I'm
thing.
excited about that.
I like the Red Guardian. I think he's hilarious.
But I also too when you my Thunderbolts has the fucking Punisher with the
Ileana's
Red Skull.
hot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And
I have
that is gonna be the hard part. It's
Frank-
not gonna
right.
be.
Frank Castle is in the Thunderbolts to me.
Yeah.
So
But I look, and so there's 4 of those characters. Like I love Yelena. Like as
Yeah.
like I love her.
she's great.
She's
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah. Red Guardian, Bucky, and then I really liked US Agent. Like I liked that.
I hate him because Steve liked him.
Well, and that's why I like him. I like him because I hate him.
there you go.
He just does that really well.
I can
you know,
tell you
fake
that
cap.
anything that Steven is over the moon about, I'm going to hate. He-Man. Is that who's that down to the? Is that Taskmaster in the bottom?
Yeah.
Okay.
Which that I Taskmaster.
They were never Thunderbolts. It was Phantom X, wasn't it?
Oh, dude, the Thunderbolts their team lineup has been so deep.
Okay, but
Like-
but Taskmaster has been a Thunderbolt in the book.
I don't know, and
Okay.
it's not the same Taskmaster either.
Right.
It's
Well, same with Avengers. I mean, that team has changed,
Oh,
like
yeah.
comic book wise.
yeah.
Like Tony Stark's like the only one that's in like every story. It seems.
Matter of fact, the first Thunderbolts team, honestly, there's only Zemo, Baron Zemo, who we've seen in Civil War.
Mhm.
He's the
And he was in
only
the series.
Yeah, he was in the
for,
Cap series.
yeah,
Yeah.
he's
Winter
the
Soldier.
only character from the original Thunderbolts who I believe is even in the Marvel universe right now, the MCU. Like he's the only one.
Yeah.
The Thunderbolts you're talking about is later,
Right.
which is fun, but that's probably like the 5th Thunderbolts team.
Right,
or
but see,
something.
but yeah, but so that, and it's funny that you say that but that's what when I think Thunderbolts,
That's your Thunderbolts.
You can talk to 10 different people and get 10 different teams.
Yep.
Did any of you guys watch Marvels? The Marvels? Yeah.
The Marvels. Which one's
Horrible.
that?
The 3 chicks.
It's horrible.
The Monica Rambeau,
Oh no.
Captain Marvel, and then Ms.
The-
Marvel.
That was
the
a
little
mini
girl.
series on Disney Plus, right?
Well, it was
No,
supposed, it was
was
talked
that a
about.
Ms.
movie?
Marvel was a miniseries, and then they had a movie with all 3 of them that came off of that.
I don't think I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's kind of forgettable.
It's horrible.
It
Was
wasn't
Echo?
great.
Did anybody watch Echo?
I did. Yeah,
Good?
I thought it was good. Yeah.
couple episodes.
It had Daredevil in it and Kingpin, so maybe that helped.
Yeah,
But I thought Echo was pretty good.
I agree.
But that's you look at what the Marvel universe has done in a whole, and you take all of it, not just obviously the cinematic side, but the TV and all that. There was a lot. I mean, you gave us Daredevil, which that series was amazing. The Punisher, I really loved the first season. I never made it to the second season just because I got busy. And then, Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, enjoyed all of that. And you give me fucking Iron Fist.
Yeah.
I was like, swing and a miss.
I
guys.
made it
You know-
through like most of it.
Right.
But yeah, overall, it's just because I wanted the story. But
I
I
watched it
watched
all,
Iron
so I knew,
Fist. I never watched it. I watched like one episode of Jessica Jones.
I watched
See, and
a lot
I
of
like
Jessica Jones.
because I love Purple Man.
I love Jessica
Purple
Jones.
Man is fucking vile,
Purple
and
Man
I
was
just
great.
I love, you know what I mean, because he's just that.
Yeah, I thought Jessica
know?
Jones was really good.
And watching Luke Cage take her to
was really
Pound
good. Yeah,
Fucking bed shattering and shit.
yeah.
I never finished She-Hulk.
I thought She-Hulk was fun. It was silly, but
it was hokey, but I
Yeah.
think it was intended to.
well,
be
obviously,
that,
yeah,
be that
it was
way.
pretty fun though. Werewolf by Night, I saw that. Saw the Christmas special for Guardians of the
I can't-
Galaxy.
Agatha all along.
I watched
one
that, and
episode.
it got so many people going, "Fuck yes, it's so great," and I'm like, was it? Because I missed it. If that's the case, like it was okay.
Yeah, I mean, because when you watch, DC musicals, I can see you not enjoying that.
you know,
Loki.
it was a musical.
Loki's amazing.
I
I
think
love
Loki,
Loki.
both seasons, fantastic.
I
But the
love
other,
Loki.
but the other side of Loki though is like, can he do wrong? Like I would just watch him be Loki in anything.
Yeah,
I
he's
love
just so good.
because
But
again they made him Loki.
and then
So
it-
good.
Tom Hiddleston's Loki.
right, but that series introduced the TVA and everything that they've now
Mhm.
taken into the MCU, and so it gave me, who
Comic.
I had no idea who they were,
Right.
And they had
background
some
to that.
Kang stuff in
They
there,
did
obviously.
They took
Oh,
they
and
took
I like that too.
Yeah, I
But-
loved it.
but Loki just proves that they can give us necessary information in a way that's still entertaining.
True.
Because some of these movies and some of these shows they had to give us because we needed to understand them,
Yeah.
but they just shit the bed on the end result. Okay, yeah, now I know about this, but I didn't necessarily enjoy that movie.
I was hoping for a second season of Moon Knight, but I think they've axed it at this point.
Which is crazy to me.
Yeah, because
I
that was
thought the first
fun.
season was amazing.
So good.
Super fun.
So good.
To me, those series are just a 6-hour movie,
yeah.
and I like that.
Yeah,
Yep,
I'm down.
me too.
Uh,
Well, because it gives you an opportunity to sink your teeth in.
Right. Backstory.
Yeah.
and-
Yep.
I think
Has anybody else watched X-Men 97?
I've watched a little bit of it.
Okay,
Few
but
episodes.
not,
It's
not
a cartoon,
finished.
right?
It is a
Yeah.
cartoon.
It's a continuation of the original, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I don't. But you guys know me. I've never been a
four-
cartoon guy.
4 episodes in.
Yeah.
5, 4,
God, I fucking love that. But I grew up.
Magneto's running the
Grew up.
show.
No, God, I love it. I so love that. And like I even watched some of those episodes and some of the shit, even just Magneto's Magneto, but like just the lines that Magneto has, I'm like, that's just fucking great.
Yeah.
Great writing.
What I've seen
I
is really
wanna-
good writing. I mean, fuck. I don't give a shit about Cyclops very much, and immediately in this series, I'm like, holy fuck,
He's kind
Cyclops
of a
is cool.
They did a really good job with that one. I'm excited for Daredevil Born Again.
I'm very excited about that. I absolutely loved his series. I love the Kingpin. So I'm very curious what they're gonna do with it. If I hear it's still gonna be just as brutal and
I'm sure
shit
it
like
will be.
that.
Yeah.
So please.
And we've said it before, but that Daredevil had some of the most intense and best fight sequences
Oh,
Yeah.
in all of Marvel.
It was just really well written.
And
too.
when he was coming, like coming down, like one of the scenes I'll always remember is he's like coming down the stairwell, and those to me, Bucky and Cap, they escape down a stairwell in Winter Soldier. When they just the way that was shot and the way they do those things so well, and that was one of the reasons I love Shang-Chi. They're on the scaffolding outside the building, like just those type and Daredevil, but Daredevil did it in a way that was like fucking gritty as shit.
Yeah.
And dark
Really
and
violent
just-
and
yeah.
bloody and
Yeah, Punisher same way. In my
Yep.
opinion.
oh, Punisher was goddamn amazing. So the fact that they're bringing those in here and supposedly the story is still continuing from those series is fucking cool. So
can you go back to the movie one real quick? So guys, we have what we have now is 3 Marvel movies coming out in 2025. We have Fantastic Four: The First Steps, which we literally know nothing about.
right, just the
Thunderbolts,
actors.
Yep, May 2nd, and then Brave New World, February 14th, which I'm excited about. So you got those 3 movies. What one are you most excited about for 2025?
I'd probably say Fantastic Four.
I agree.
I'm gonna go Thunderbolts.
Cody,
I'd say the next one.
Brave
Captain
New
America.
World.
Brave New World.
Yeah,
That I have a sneaky suspicion that Brave New World coming out on Valentine's Day. I feel like this is make or break,
mm-hmm.
and I think they know that.
For Captain America?
I think
Or-
for Marvel in general.
Oh.
Because what you're doing is you've given us all these side characters. We don't really care. Me. Now you're Captain America, the first Avenger, right?
Mhm.
You're giving us this next continuation of a storyline. You brought in a Harrison Ford to play this character. Like, I feel like this is us swinging for the fences. This is either going to make or break everything moving forward. If they pull off Brave New World, this could potentially reinvigorate what it is that they're trying to do. And I think that you will see, I think that if this goes well, you're going to see our Avengers in a way that is, they're going to figure out a way to do it. If this doesn't go well, I think they're going to give us the side stuff and it's going to kind of continue till it fizzles and they take 5 years off and then all of a sudden they reboot everything and give us all brand new actors for everything and they retell it all.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I'm just not super excited about Anthony Mackie's Captain America. Like
I like him.
yes, he's a great side
Falcon?
character.
Yeah.
I don't know that he's going to be able to carry the movie.
He's Will Ferrell.
You know, I will say
Think about all of his great side roles, with the exception of Elf. You know what I mean? There's not a ton where he's not
The
surrounded
main-
by
right.
a
Right,
bunch of
yeah.
other people. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
you know, Step Brothers,
Right.
John C.
Yeah.
Riley.
He's got
You
somebody
got-
to play off.
Yeah,
of,
you had
know?
him with the Winter Soldier through that series, and that was great. Their dynamic was awesome. I hope he can carry a movie.
I think everything that Pete just said about Brave New World
is 100% wrong because he's a fat idiot. Thanks, Trav.
I feel like that is Fantastic Four. Like, don't get me wrong. They need Captain America, Brave New World to be good. They need Thunderbolts to be good. But if they don't hit Fantastic Four out
True.
of the park,
Very true.
those, and I'm just
Especially
gonna-
with like Doom coming and everything. Yeah, like it's
So-
supposed to be the big fucking thing coming up.
So
Yes.
like Avengers Doomsday, that's either already shot or they're currently shooting that right now, right?
I believe they're starting to shoot that soon.
Okay.
Doomsday. Now, so I would assume in Fantastic Four we're going to meet Doctor Doom.
Yep.
And then that's going to be a
Robert-
continue. You know what I mean?
right. Robert Downey Jr. is, well, it's a version of him as
Who knows,
I have
right?
no
Yeah, we
idea.
still don't know
Who
what they're
knows?
doing with that.
Like,
Right.
we have
Well,
no
I was
clue.
going to say I only can go off what. you
And
know.
then there was the backlash with it. So yeah.
So,
You know.
are
Right,
they
people loved
even
it.
gonna-
People are backlash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it a
Yeah.
Marvel swerve? You know, which they're
Well, and I don't
notorious for
remember
doing?
if I saw it's either Doomsday or Secret Wars where they bring Tony Stark back. They use the same AI as when they made Vision to remake Tony.
I have no idea.
Well, that's the reality of it. I think there's a ton of speculation and what people believe based on what they've read in comics and all these things. I just still feel like, dude, I'll be honest. Like, Avengers Endgame, I have all of this knowledge of comics and all of these things. They blew my doors off.
Right.
Yeah.
They gave me a story I had never seen before and made it fun. I feel like that's what they have to do with Doomsday Secret War is there's going to have to be something. And I still, like I said, I really believe they're just bringing Iron Man back. And this is all a big trick you to be. Well, how else are you going to have Tony Stark on, or I'm sorry. I mean, that's who he is.
Right.
But how else are you going to have him on set of people taking pictures and not, you have to figure out a way, right? Like I still think they're swerving.
I've watched a lot of like new rock stars and those types of things on YouTube and their speculations and stuff. And I mean, they're saying, obviously there's the multiverse thing going on.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
is he going to be just, he just looks like,
Tony from another
Deadpool, Wolverine.
universe.
We had, we thought he was going to be Captain America. All of a
Yes.
sudden flame on and you're like, oh shit.
That
Yeah.
was fucking
It's
great.
now
yeah.
in this
So
universe,
good.
this is showing us in this universe, you can have people who look exactly the same,
Yeah.
but they're two totally different fucking people.
Right.
And so, is it going to be that type of thing where maybe it's going to fuck with Spider-Man? He's going to see him and be like, this was my idol, this guy, but yet now he's this big evil, but he's not him, but he is. But
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't know where they're going. And I guess that kind of intrigues me, but it also makes me really apprehensive because I hold those characters so dear that I don't want them to ruin them for me,
Dude, Cody, how old are you when you watch Iron Man 1? young, right?
Yeah.
And that movie hit you, and is
I mean,
one
that's
of
what started everything.
right.
for
Yeah,
everybody,
like
but yeah.
Man, there's certain things you shouldn't fuck with.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I mean, really, like you just shouldn't fuck with certain things.
Yeah.
We'll see. Like, we'll see what happens. Regardless, I'm excited. I'm excited for those big Marvel event movies. You know, when the comics would come out, Infinity War, Civil War, whatever. You know, those were I fucking loved those. I loved bringing all these big teams together. It's weird. Like, other people hated them. Like, they're like, nah, I want my Daredevil grounded in the street level battle.
Yeah.
And, you know, which totally get that as well.
So I've got a comment question. Is traditionally, do the Avengers and the X-Men fight? Because it's the way it is portrayed.
They go both ways.
Do
they? Yeah. They'll have a, you know, and it's always, I mean, when you have two good guys fight each other, you have to have some dynamic that makes that happen. I think right now in the comics, they're getting together and hanging out. They're buddies. But there's been plenty of Avengers versus X-Men stories.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And some of them are written really well. Like, great example, when Magneto turns good.
Yeah. And
then the Avengers are like, hey, motherfucker killed a whole bunch of American soldiers on a submarine. Like, he's got to go to prison.
Yeah, he's still a bad guy.
Yeah.
You might have had
He's
to change
good
right
right now,
Yeah,
but he
yeah.
did some pretty
He
bad,
did some bad
shit.
shit. And the X-Men are like, no, he's one of us. And here we go. You know, I mean, like, if you write the story well, it'll be entertaining.
I was curious.
So would you say Marvel is still on a better track than DC?
Without a
currently?
doubt.
I'm a
Yeah,
DC fan,
I mean-
and I absolutely agree with that.
I mean, DC's kind of like they're restarting, and you know, a lot of people like that Batman movie. I don't know if that'll be in the universe that Gunn is going to be doing or not. I know he mentioned possibly doing that.
oh, Pattinson.
Yeah, with Pattinson. Yeah. But that Superman looks. I mean,
That's
there's some potential there, man.
Yeah.
It's not Cavill.
That is the hard part. I will get past that.
I can get
eventually,
past it because he kind of looks like it. It's almost like they gave us a transition guy. Like, he's not quite him, but
I think
look,
it's kind of weird.
it is weird. But you know, I mean,
But that trailer looked fun.
I thought it did.
Yep.
Playing that original, what was it, Richard Donner, the music from his film.
Yep.
That was kind of neat, just, you know, done in a, you know, more electric guitar-y way. I was
Yeah.
like, okay, they're pulling that, you know, they're trying to get some nostalgia in there. His costume looks decent. The S is a little weird, but whatever. I don't give a shit.
Yep.
They're
They're pulling
the fact that they pulled crypto in there.
and scenes like right from comics.
Yeah.
Like that's
They are not afraid now to make comic book accurate looking
Yeah.
films.
oh yeah.
So
Well, you compare this to Man of Steel. I mean, it's going to be a world of a difference.
Oh, yeah.
A world of a difference. I like that. Like, I'm excited about more characters.
I like different versions of things.
Yeah.
I like different takes. So
You're
I'll be
saying
good.
that they're restarting, but I mean, Marvel's in a shit spot too. They're also kind of doing that.
but they're still using, like, it's still the same universe, same characters, even if they're
Gotcha,
adding
okay, I
new
see what you're
characters
saying.
and stuff. This is like, forget the DC EU ever existed. Oh, well, except for Peacemaker, which, you know,
Because there's a season 2 of that. Coming.
right. They're still doing stuff with that, but now they're saying like Lobo is going to be played by
Momoa.
Momoa, and
Which-
stuff, so
which
He
let's-
should.
He should.
Yeah,
Right.
he's
Like,
the guy.
When he got
The
picked to
dude
be
loves
Aquaman.
Harleys. I mean, that's
Yeah. Everybody was like, he should have been Lobo.
Yeah.
Now.
But like also with, like, we just talked about earlier, the Penguin series, like
Excellent.
it's doing really well. I
Yeah.
mean, I watched four episodes or something last night, and
Well,
I
that's
think
like a continuation of the Batman.
it's a direct
Yeah.
continuation from that
abs-
movie.
It pretty
So
much
yeah,
picks up at the end of
yeah, right when it basically left off.
Yeah.
And they
I'd have
show
to
you
probably
the-
have to rewatch Batman
yeah,
because I remember really enjoying it, but I don't remember shit about it.
yeah. I watched it
long.
once.
It's
It
too
was
long.
pretty long.
It's too long.
It was pretty long.
It was really good though.
Yeah,
from the
except
guy
for
who
emo.
sat through Endgame. And,
You know, I
You don't even realize how long those movies are.
Yeah, you don't even feel that. Like,
True,
there were some moments in that Batman movie where you're like,
There are a few snoozy moments for
Oh,
sure.
but it was a good movie.
It was a good movie.
It was a good movie.
And it's year 2 of Batman.
Yeah. Some of my favorite Batman stories I read were Jeff Loeb's stuff that was all about like the Falcons, like the mob.
Jeff Loeb, that's Lisa's husband, right, Jeremy?
Yes.
You say
I only hear what I want to.
My cologne smells
So
better.
the fact that this is what's going on, like this mob story in the Penguin, I'm excited about that. Yeah, like as soon as I have the ability to watch that, I will. Like I'll make that happen.
Yeah, they're pulling these, they're once again kind of copying what, Marvel's doing or whatever, but I mean, you got to. I get
It's all a
everything
big
has to.
copy
at this
show.
At
point,
the
right.
end of the day,
all
you're
a
not
big-
you're not going to reinvent the wheel.
No.
I mean it is.
You just
what
got to
it
make
is.
sure that your stories are good.
True.
Yes.
Yes,
And if the
absolutely.
stories and characters,
Yes.
like that's the hardest part for me is like I have to, and Pete even brought it up earlier, I have to care about the characters.
Yeah.
When I watched the Marvels, I wanted everyone to die. I'm watching a show right now. Have you guys watched From?
Uh-uh.
I think it's going into its 4th season, and it's a horror. It was on television, and it gets right into it. And the basic premise is, and it has a very Lost feeling to it. The basic premise is this family gets trapped in a town, and if you keep driving on the road, it just turns you're stuck in this town.
Okay.
Hey, at night, guess what? There's monsters. And they're evil, and right from the get-go the show goes hardcore, like killing families, all kinds of stuff. There's a little
is this a Peele? Is this Jordan Peele?
I don't know. It has a very Lost feel, like makes me think of like the same, but it also has one of the guys from Lost. Yeah. I can't remember his name, but yeah, and it seems like he's like literally the same guy. But
he was a boss in Sons of Anarchy.
oh really?
Yeah.
I like that actor.
August Marks was
Yeah.
his name.
I like him.
Yeah, he was great on Sons, dude.
So
This is a series?
It's a series. It's in like the 4th. I think we had to pay like $5 to watch the first season on Amazon. So they're probably gonna fuck me on the rest of it. But
Great reviews.
if you like horror, Jeremy, like this is you and Laura sit down and watch.
I'm
this show.
listening.
Yeah. I've enjoyed it. With that said, there is a motherfucking kid on it that the moment I met him, like he was shown to me, I'm like, please, God.
Somebody
him.
eat
Kill
him.
this motherfucking kid. Like I'm like, I cannot do this. Like children in horror movies should be there for monster food.
Which they did really well in Nosferatu.
They did a good job of it. Made me so happy.
Yes. Oh, so good.
But I would say check that out. I think that's a one that, and I'm surprised. I've been seeing things about it. I'm surprised it took me this long to make it happen. Because it's good. Really good. But that's part of the problem too, is right now there's so much good stuff.
Yet I'm still struggling to find some shows. So
Yeah.
that's good. Maybe
Because
I'll
you're
check that
like
one
me and we don't have Apple TV or Paramount or
out. I got some of those, but
Okay.
I just don't know what to watch.
HBO Max.
I have all of them.
I've got a good amount of
Like I don't have like Tubi or Fubo but I mean
I think those are free.
everything I have. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
The amount of streaming that I have.
What is your not to get 40 to 50-year-old male how much are you paying to have all of those?
Oh, probably as much as I was when I had cable.
Yeah.
Easy.
Um,
Yeah.
when-
It's
I
stupid.
actually
when
sat
you
down
throw
and
in the
added it all
internet,
up
you know.
recently.
It's pretty dumb.
It's about $100 a month somewhere there.
Yep.
So $100 a month for your subscription, and then whatever your
Internet is.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. So that's my struggle is I've gotten, which seems so crazy, when you sit in a room surrounded by toys, but I'm like, I just don't want to pay for another, even though I realize all these fucking good shows
Right. Well,
I'm missing.
I mean, realistically, you've got your Netflix, your Hulu, and your Prime, Disney Plus. There's like you're kind of your big four, right?
Yep.
Well, Hulu
So-
comes with Disney Plus.
Max
Well,
is big,
right.
too.
Yeah.
Paramount
Max
Max.
is big.
Yeah.
What I mean, but as far as the so then you've got
And then
your network stuff.
Max
I
is
have-
added on to my Prime subscription.
Right.
For
But I
$5
have
a month.
I have Peacock, I have Paramount, which is NBC and CBS.
Which I've heard there's great
Right.
stuff on
And,
those.
and ABC is Hulu. So you got your three networks covered. And then you've got your paid premium, right? So you've got your Max,
Yep.
which I had HBO and I had Cinemax, and now it's all one. So I just have the
Right.
one. I think that's it, isn't it? Is there anything else?
AMC Plus.
Yep, I have that.
I don't have that.
You know what though? I actually might have let my AMC go.
It's great for horror stuff and horror stuff.
Yeah. really.
Well, all my car shows have now moved to Discovery Plus,
Which I have because of some show Amanda watches
yeah,
about little people, I think.
Roadkill and all that is now on Discovery Plus.
She's like, these are my people.
Paramount, Peacock, Netflix, Max, Disney Plus, Apple TV, Hulu.
Wow.
Yep, I have all those.
I don't have Peacock.
I don't have Apple TV.
Is the only one I don't have on that list.
And is it Peacock or Paramount?
Yeah, I
Which
don't
Well,
one-
Apple
which one
TV is a
has
service,
Yellowstone?
and then you subscribe. So what Apple TV does,
Okay.
it'll actually
Paramount.
funnel all your subscriptions to Apple TV,
Right.
and then you can pay for things on Apple TV
Right.
as well.
I have stuff I bought through Prime. I've got stuff I bought through Apple. It's a
Yeah.
confusing fucking mess, is what it is.
Yeah.
But I have
Yeah, and the only thing I don't have up there is Peacock.
you got to have Peacock. It's the fucking Office and it's Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Like
Yeah,
that's worth it for those two
good.
shows for me.
I'm
So, well, yeah, because you have no sense of humor and you just fall asleep anyways.
You're right. I have no sense of humor.
None.
The Office isn't on Netflix.
I don't know. Those farts are pretty funny.
No.
No.
Thanks.
I think there was a time where it had a
Okay.
stent on there, but yeah, no, it's on Peacock.
Okay, continuing toy news.
Hey! Hey! We're back.
Yeah, let's go. We got shit to do today.
We
Let's
can-
fucking
we
fire
can skip
through.
through these figures.
Here's 87 poses of the Hulk in miniature pictures.
I will
Thank
say I
you,
like
Jeremy.
those. I like those. I like those poses. I will get him. He'll replace whatever Red Hulk I have now. Yeah.
Good wing poses.
So that's the new Falcon.
Yeah, that's the new
Yeah.
Falcon.
Okay.
Falcon like sidekick.
If you're into Squid Game, Monster High version of the Collector Squid Game Young He.
Has anybody but Jeremy and Cody in this room watch Squid Game?
No idea what that is.
I keep.
It's fucking dubbed, isn't it?
I know I need to.
It-
It's not
it's
in
dubbed,
English. Yeah,
yeah.
I refuse.
No.
Oh,
But
it's
Cody,
it's worth it. The show itself is pretty cool.
Yeah.
I don't even understand. I don't even understand the premise.
it's just a fucking game show where they murder people.
Essentially, yeah.
Oh, you want to win $1 million? Guess what? We're gonna help you, but don't get killed.
Didn't they?
Right?
Isn't that fucking Stephen King, The Long Walk?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Yep, it's like premise like that same kind of thing.
I'm sorry, Richard Bachman, The Long
So,
Walk.
so this is a pretty version of that. Basically, the first game they have to play. That chick that if you move,
Red light, green
red light, green light. If you move, boom, you're killed. So cool boxing too.
I'm done.
Mattel Creations.
You have
Yay.
Rio Blast tomorrow for Motu Origins. Make sure you get on.
Red Vines. By the way, if you guys prefer Twizzlers to Red Vines, eat shit.
All right.
Twizzlers.
So yeah, Rio Blast, get them. And apparently Target Con has some Turtles of Grayskull figures, and whoever that is in the middle, I didn't read it. So
The Red Wings guy.
It is.
God damn it.
Trauma.
Is that it?
That's all I brought, man.
Damn.
Hey, I sent you 2 pictures. Do the one without the hand in it. Boom.
Oh wow.
So this is the original. This is the first prototype of the Charbot arm that will be available exclusively at MesquiCon. So Brian Lynn killing it. A little bit of a firefighter vibe, as you can see. So
Super cool.
it's going to be awesome. Extinguisher on the side, obviously fire axe, and then the top 2 pieces. The top is actually a fork, which is called like an adze end on a Halligan bar. Awesome.
Nice.
Oh,
So,
Trevor, remind
speaking-
us.
Yeah, can we go to Source Horseman?
Yeah, Legion's in stock sale.
I say, speaking of firefighters.
Yeah, fuck Mesquite and Brian Lynn.
Well, speaking of firefighters,
Sorry, Brian Lynn.
You didn't
have you
reply.
seen?
I'm sorry that Jeremy's a ginormous piece of shit.
I was just trying to skip through the shit, man.
Have you seen that
There you go. There it is. Get it.
Mesquite
Yeah.
Con?
Not
Did you
yet.
say exclusive at Mesquite Con? Oh,
What's it
nice.
fit?
They're Charbots.
The Charbot. Charbot arm.
I don't have a Charbot.
You're gonna ask for Mesquite Con.
Well,
Okay.
quit talking about it. Brian Lynn doesn't deserve talking about it. Go ahead and move on, Jeremy.
What am I looking up?
Mesquite Con. Go to Mesquite Con's page so we can see.
So,
the,
have you seen that
Charbot.
there's? I don't think you guys talked
Go to
about it.
Mesquite Con's page to see the Charbot. It's not on there.
Source Horseman?
Go to Source Horseman.
I was just making funny. Source Horseman.
We're gonna move to Four Horsemen. Jeremy says so. He's the biggest collector in the group.
Got to keep us on task.
The latest news, but the one right below it, to the left on my screen.
With all the knights in it.
Yeah, that one. The
Yeah.
in-stock sale in January 6th.
This.
Yeah. Yes. Oh, yes. The horsemen do not have enough of our money, so they would love to have more. Ninian Infantry, Armory Knights, Legion's Con 2024 figures in their own boxes, so it won't be a set of two, it'll be a set of one. This sale is gonna be painful. $450 for the all-in. On the
All in for the knights, right?
Yes, and we had the opportunity to get some of these knights, but I'm struggling to not buy more tomorrow.
They're so good.
Yeah.
Are those the ones you could build?
Yeah.
at
Mhm.
Legion's Con.
Yep. So these will come like pre-built in the package.
Hold on. Is that true? I'm gonna ask on the Cabal real quick and see if that's true, Travis.
I guess I will say I don't know that's 100% true. I believe what I've seen, it definitely is the vibe I got, but
People are so stupid.
Or bored, or
A-
a combination.
Nope,
of the two.
stupid.
a
They're
little bit,
stupid.
a little bit.
I
of
won't give
both.
them board, Mike. Don't be that nice.
But if you even go right now, you could see there is a decent amount, and this is something a lot of people have always wanted.
The in stock, yeah.
Yes, they wanted things to be available.
So
on
then
the
when I get
website.
paid, I can go shop. I don't wait because you always release toys when I don't have any money.
I mean, it wasn't that long ago. You would log onto that page, and the only thing was pre-orders,
Mhm.
not stuff that they could sell current.
And they
you know.
tried
Yeah.
they spent a couple years getting to the point of where they wanted to have evergreen figures.
Yeah, and I've just these figures that are going to be in this sale tomorrow are some amazing figures. So,
I love that Ninian.
I want a Ninian army.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm struggling. I'm really struggling not to just do the all in on the knights, and primarily because I just don't have $450 just sitting there right now. But
You have to go dig it up and the ground's frozen.
the ground is frozen. But I want that set. Like I really want that.
So could you get your sauna hot enough to where you could put your figures in there and then put them together using the ambient heat in the room?
I mean, it's a dry heat.
Oh, I'm sorry, figures. I thought you said fingers.
Yeah.
Well,
I was
I've
really
definitely put
confused.
fingers and things in
Right.
there.
Definitely warm enough.
Right.
For sure. I mean, the like last night, the hottest we got it was 190.
Holy shit!
He's done
You trying to
220.
cook each other?
I have done 220, which I ended up finding out maybe not the best idea.
You pass out after that?
Hey Trev, you remember that when you kill yourself in there, you remember who's got to clean that mess up,
I
right?
know. I'm sorry.
Out of
buddy.
respect for me, could
I
you not
know.
do that?
I'm sorry.
I'm gonna see your address and go, that motherfucker.
He did it. God damn it.
250 degrees.
He's just melted.
I'm trying to fuck.
And then
I'm
you're
trying
gonna,
to zip the bag over your erection.
yeah. Then you're gonna pull up your Snapchat and you're gonna be like, he fucking I watched him die on Snapchat. All right, so
Now I
head
gotta
over there.
Lift your body and console your wife.
at the same time. Source Horseman or Store Horseman. Make sure you get over there and check it out. It's going to be a great little sale, and some of that stuff will go quickly. So Make sure you get on it. Back to the first exclusive announced for MesquiteCon.
Oh no, let's talk Horseman stuff.
Well, the fun part is the Horseman will be there, so it will be a huge component of it. But
And of course Carver Customs, who does the Charbot, he'll be there. Have a table set up, not just Charbot, but the accessories and all the torches, the diorama stuff, just a ton of cool shit.
beautiful
Show
stuff.
this photo.
What?
You want me to show the other photo?
Oh yeah, you can. He's like, hey, I sent you a better one without my fat hand in it. So
Yeah, but that gives you an example of what it does. Yeah, when you put it on your char. Oh, that's cool.
super cool, man. I'm super excited.
And that's just fun.
Mhm.
That is fun.
So, kind of in the same vein, have you seen G.I. Joe Classic, the firefighter that they're releasing?
I don't think so.
Yeah, it's just, I mean, it's literally, it's a 6-inch firefighter.
Is it like a charbroil or a
No.
barbecue?
No,
or,
it's just a figure
oh, it's just a generic firefighter.
with a hearse tool, an axe.
No shit.
Yeah.
Nah, definitely not that one.
Not that. It'd be classified,
Well, it's
or is it not classified?
it's not. It's a 6-inch figure. What's the two lines they're doing? There's classifieds.
It's
and
classified, yeah. No, it's not that one either. Huh.
right there.
Oh, okay.
There we go. I had not seen this either.
That's pretty cool.
That's cool.
Number one, I think it's cool that I'm bringing up something you guys haven't seen.
Right? That's not that great of an accomplishment because I do nothing to prepare for this podcast, but yeah. No, that's pretty cool.
That's
That's
super
definitely something I have to have on the shelf for the office. I just put I didn't, my people did. Just put 15 shelves up on my office wall for my toys. So
Legacy. I knew there was another. No,
It's only $15.
that's
cool.
that's
I
the
think
down payment. That's
It's only
it's a
$15
pre-order.
down payment.
Or you can use the down pay. You can do $375.
yeah, they're
4
doing
payments of
like-
$3.75.
Boom.
They're doing like just basic soldiers. They have fire. It's
Pretty cool. An SCBA mask, a whole shooting match. That's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, that is super fun. Huh. Yeah. Real quick, just some meme fun that has happened, and unfortunately, I missed a few of these. So, and unfortunately, I don't know who created this. So, hopefully, you're watching and you can take some ownership of this. Roman Reigns, WWE. I'm not
Superstar.
Yep.
Chief.
Yep. The tribal chief looking at his phone, and what he sees on his phone is our very own Kyle Moore and Nate Strong
Nate loving it strong.
at the Gnarly Heifer.
I was gonna say that the background looks familiar.
That back end looks familiar.
Matt said you've already seen the firefighter. You guys are just dumb. Did we?
I don't remember.
I don't remember.
Uh,
I didn't bring it on.
it probably was like 6 months ago.
Yeah.
I don't remember. I don't remember yesterday. God damn!
Wow. Look at those dump trucks. Are
Jeez.
Those toys got some
those
hooties.
Frazetta figures?
Yes.
Okay.
And that's legit. Like,
Yeah.
That's legit.
They got some thickens.
Oh, so beautiful. Yeah.
I love that Trav's dog lives on in this fucking
Yeah.
Always.
in this meme world.
Always. Oh, god damn. This is just
I love how Cody added the Mavericks comment is you've already seen the firefighter. He added, you're just stupid. That's not actually there.
No, he's commented that the next comment.
this picture is just makes me happy. Okay. The internet makes me happy every day. Usually there's something bouncing. But this picture right here, god damn.
Blues Clues.
Oh,
That's so good.
Pete wearing the green stripe, and I'm in the window, angry, crossing my arms in the blue stripe. Oh, he's got his Glyos surrounding him.
oh, so good.
Just
Yeah.
fucking stupid.
This dude, like, he just pumps them out. Between him and Francisco, Dominic, I swear, those two got to be.
They got to be in cahoots, right?
I don't know if it's cahoots.
I'll
or-
take care of this one. You take care of that
Oh,
one.
it's so good.
Tag team.
All right, this is a little bit of drama that I wanted to bring in. I wouldn't be surprised if he has some more, but in Mythic Legion's Cabal,
What?
the Lee Zaku, and I'll be honest, this is every group right now, by the way. This drama is every group. I'm just not paying attention to a lot of groups. So he posted some pictures, and there is an AI generator that you can take a picture of your figure.
Mhm.
You can plug it into this, and it will add movement and graphics.
So it animates photos.
It animates a photo that you took.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool.
Yep. And then, of course, this went down the road of, and here's a great example. Walter, it's his group, the Cabal. He said, no thanks, like right away.
I get it.
Dorklayer just posted in his collectors group. He's got 900 some members, I think, in there.
Yeah.
And he said, hey, just so you guys know, I respect what people are doing, but not AI here. We're not doing it.
Yeah.
There's too many great artists. There's too much. I'm not comfortable with it. I don't want it. And I'm paraphrasing,
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But he very respectfully said, AI is not welcome here. And I said, good for you, Bill. I you know what? It's one of those things where it's, hey, if you want to do your art and you want to share it, that's great. But we're not just going to because what's inadvertently going to happen is one of the artists that has created something is going to end up in a situation where somebody's going to share AI that stole from them. Now it's going to be on his page.
Yeah.
He wants to avoid that. And I
Right.
said, good for you, man.
Yeah.
Yes.
I have a love-hate relationship with it. So
tell me this, like this example here. Okay. Do you feel like this is a negative form of AI? Like animating your picture that you took with your camera of a toy.
If the background that it uses is your background. So if Trevor, 1-6 shooter, Nate Strong, they take one of their amazing photos that they did everything for, right? They put it into the AI generator, and that AI generator gives that animation 100% okay. I don't believe that's what's happening with a lot of these. They're taking a picture of a figure they took with a blank background. AI is inserting the background and adding animation.
Yep.
That's the difference to me, because AI didn't create that background. They stole it from somewhere, which very well could have been somebody who created it.
And even so, I haven't watched any of those, but say it does a pan or something where the figure moves, and then they have to create their own background to fill in the rest of the area. You could start from your photo, but then based on that could pull from, other things as well.
If it's only using the material that was given by the artist, I'm okay with it, because you're animating your own art, right? But it's what scares me is you or I, dumb shits, right? Take a picture on this table of an action figure.
Yep.
We put it in. Now it's got a kick-ass background. That's stealing somebody else's art, or potentially could be,
potentially,
right?
Cody, how do you feel about it? You're young, you're hip.
I don't really care. You guys are making art of Spider-Man, Mario. You guys are already doing copyright shit. We use logos of people all the time.
Yeah. Like it's happening regardless. Yeah. That's the hard part, right? Like, where is the line? And so I watched that post, and I'm like, well, that's just, if I'm all of a sudden the picture I took, and I understand what you guys are saying, if the art changes in the background or whatever, like that wasn't what I believe, but don't get me wrong, because there was explosions. Like, so, like those explosions weren't in the picture, so they added the explosions. But I watch something like that and go, that's just, I'm enhancing. It'd be like using Photoshop on my picture that I took already,
right? It's a really hard thing to figure out.
I was gonna say, can it use, like, if you put out something and had a watermark, or can it use that?
Well, so for example, I've Eamon O'Donoghue does some wonderful art out there, and he did I think it was like a sorceress from Motu sitting in her throne, and she's in this very specific position, and it looks awesome. Well, somebody out of the blue just shared like some AI picture of the sorceress looking realistic, sitting in a throne in the fucking throne room of the Castle Grayskull, and it's the exact same pose, just done in a more realistic style. So it 100% pulled from his art that was out there. I mean, it was They were very close. There were some differences, of course, but it was enough to go, oh, well, I see where it reached out. That kind of sucks. Like, because he put in all these hours of work and all this shit, and then AI just went, oh, yeah? Guess what? Yoink, and then alters it, which, you know, and like even Cody just said, you know, I mean, I come from a world where some of my art that I sell is straight up ripping off somebody else's art. I just alter it and make it my own. So I can't bitch too much about it, but I'm gonna in some cases when it's like artists that I love, you know, like Nate Bartz. If somebody takes his fucking, you know, his art, or if AI takes his art and makes it their own and shit, it's like, well, fuck, man. Nate put so much work into that shit, and then it's just
like that, you
taking
steal
it.
And I agree. I understand.
And in some cases, people are like, you know, I created this, and maybe not like I with a pen and paper or a paintbrush or whatever, but they're like, you know, I prompted in, it was my creation because I came up with whatever. And it's like, well, did you? I mean, yeah, you put in the prompts and everything, but then it just stole from other people's shit to make what you did. I don't know, man.
That's like she's using the vibrator, gets right to the edge, and then I slip it in and she has a great orgasm. I don't get to claim that orgasm. The vibrator did that. You know what I mean? So
Well, it did the pre-work.
Also, like Trevor said, where is it?
it's fine and it's fun. It just sucks when a company, like the company doing the new Goblin figures, uses it instead of an artist.
Yeah.
So that's where they're just, hey, we're going to use this AI generator.
Well, and there's
instead
bands
of
doing that for their
hiring-
album covers too.
Absolutely. And again, and that's that there. So there is an aspect of taking business from one. Now somebody is doing the AI stuff on the backside. So there's somebody that's working there. Like I said, as long as you're not impinging on somebody else, or I'm sorry, infringing is the correct word. I don't care. Like, even the explosions are generic enough to where it is what it is, right?
Yeah.
I just don't want to see, like, everything that Nate Bartz has done, to my knowledge, is 100% original. That's Nate Bartz's art. You know what I mean? So it's anything that is derived from that's directly affecting that person. You know, your art that I did on the pins, right? That was done in a style of Nintendo,
right?
But that wasn't, you know, you took something original and you did it in a style, and homage. That was 100% original. And when even me, like, hey, Jeremy, I want to do this. I got your blessing to do the pins, to be able to use the art, even though I could have done it and you never would have said anything because you're an absolute pussy, even if you were upset.
But I'm an absolute lover.
But that was very important to me when you know, the Furious Four red heads that we did. I reached out to the Four Horsemen and I said, hey, this art was created by this. It's an homage of your characters. Can I use this? And I got that blessing. That was important to me because realistically, I don't know if I needed the Four Horsemen's permission because I was using somebody else's art, but I wanted everybody to be on board. I wanted people to think that was cool, and everybody needs to be involved. If the Four Horsemen would have said, hey, if you want to make stickers and hand them out, that's great, but you can't sell them, I would have said absolutely. And I never would have violated that, you know?
I guess that's a big thing too. If people are just using it for fun, or if they're
you know, means of
using
income.
it, for making money.
I could see that.
Which that's a huge money part.
Yeah.
Right. And that's again, when I asked that, this is what I laid out all of my intentions, because the one shirt that I did that most people haven't seen yet is the four horses, the four heads together, the Furious Four heads. In the middle is the Four Horsemen logo, the 4H, but in the colors to match. And it looks absolutely badass. I got permission. Hey, can I use the H? Can I do this? And of course, again, the Fours, they know that I'm not going to start stealing millions of dollars from them because I'm going to make $8 if I make anything at all. But it's very important to get that, in my opinion, because you want them to understand. Absolutely. And, you know, a project I'm working on right now, everything is there. Hey, this is what this is. This is a t-shirt. This is original art done by Jeremy DeWitt. This is, you know, making sure that everybody is getting credit where it is, because that's important to me. Right. Same thing with Dusty. Hey, Dusty, can I use these heads? Can I have your permission? And I did all. Before I made t-shirts of that, I got his 100% blessing to do that, you know? Yeah. So I don't know. It's just, and again, I'm one person. But I don't like to see other people's creativity being slighted, you know?
So I will tell you, a couple weeks ago, Carrie and I were goofing around trying to come up with a logo for a side project. AI sucks ass. It is fucking horrible.
And yet on the flip side, I know a guy who started a business late last year, and he used AI for his logo.
Yep.
He asked me first. He goes, "Hey, you want to do?" And so I'm like, "All right." And I started kind of come up with something. He goes, "Never mind. I got something." I'm like, "What'd you do?" "Oh, we just prompted an AI thing and got." I'm like, "All right."
And
like
we
it's-
literally were just goofing around
Yeah.
trying
It's
to,
the future, though.
but
And
it was terrible.
I get it.
Well, there's a lot of
You
people
can't put
that
it
don't.
back once it's out.
Yeah.
Well, and there's a lot of people that don't have those options.
Right.
There's a lot of people out there that want to do something that want to, like, for instance, even just the world of logos. They want a cool logo. They don't have a Jeremy DeWitt they can text.
Right.
You know, they're sitting there with the internet going, they Google in company logo, and then a chat GPT pops up and hey, look at this, you know?
Yeah.
And like, there's plenty of sites out there too, where you just pay for the art and, you know, would want to do things with. I sent Jeremy a couple of pictures about 3 weeks ago that I want him to do some stuff with zero explanation other than text that says, "Hey, I'll let you know about this later." I still haven't told him, but those are images that I purchased.
Good thing, because I forgot.
because I want Jeremy to do something for me. I want him to change it, but I want this to be, I'm going to pay you the $4 for that art that you created.
Hell yeah.
And then I'm going to give it to Jeremy and go, okay, make this what I want it to be. Because I don't want to inadvertently, because for him to start it from scratch, this is exactly what I want, with the exception of these couple changes. I'm going to pay them like I said, it was $4 for me to use their art for a full commercial license. Gave them their $4. Now I'm going to give it to Jeremy and go, hey, tweak this and that. I'm going to pay him for his time. Now I've got what I want, and I'm going to do whatever the fuck I want with it. Maybe make some money. Who knows? You know.
Right.
But like I said, it's to me, it's maybe it's a lot more about respect than it is. But I am also surrounded by artists that I'm constantly having to remind them what their worth is, because they don't know, and this kind of stuff only devalues what it is that they do.
And that is
The
true.
low self-esteem of an artist.
They call it starving artists for a reason.
Yeah.
So
I mean, there's been a lot of changes, right? Like from traditional art, photography, digital art, now AI, right?
Painting, drawing.
Yeah.
I love there was just a recent photo. I want to say it was of Fisher Rice that 1/6 shooter did, and releases the photo and then shows us a picture of what the display looked like to get that photo. And there's 3 or 4 different lights. There's colored lights.
A lot of work.
There's fog. There's all of this. And he literally took this amazing photo, then took 1 foot back, snapped a photo with his phone and went, "This is it." That just goes to show you like what went into making that photo.
Sure.
And when he talks about, you know, with the some of the weaponry that is on a string, and how many times he picked up that bolo and let it go and snapped photos to get that right shot, like the artistry that goes into that. These are those are the people, the Trevor Williams, the Nate Strong, the Jeremy DeWitts. Those are the people I think about when it comes, and that's probably one of the reasons that I get a little bit
defensive.
a little bit passionate about it, because I see these guys on a regular basis, and for the most part, I've paid for art from almost all of them. Like I have things in my collection that I've paid for, that this is mine. This person created this for me. I paid them for that. They got their money, which they deserved. Now I've got this amazing custom whatever that is mine that I can do whatever I want with, and go, look at what Jeremy made. Look at what Jeremy, look at what, like, I got a lunchbox with Trevor's art on it. You know, there's all those cool things that you can do. And so
Well, it definitely changes things when you actually care about the people that are creating it.
Of
Yeah.
course,
Oh, yeah.
sure, of
There's been
course.
plenty of situations where, you know, that turtle group that I run, where people just take fan art and just post it, and it's like, well, did you come up with that? Did you? Oh no, I don't know who they are. I don't care. It's just a cool picture I found. Well,
Yeah.
can you maybe just, you know,
Well,
put the artist's name on there?
but
Or
that's
they
the
take it,
internet, man. Like,
I get it, but
Yeah.
you know, my
It's so
group, my
hard.
rules. No fucking laughy faces, bitch.
my group.
And Mav too. At least AI can't make songs. Wait, you know, and there's a part of me that fucking loves part of that, and I hate it too. It's fucking, it is love hate, really.
Right.
Let's take new Metallica and make it sound like old Metallica through AI. Holy shit, that sounds awesome.
Yeah.
But let's write a pop song using only robots. Now no one's getting paid to make music
So
anymore.
NSYNC. Cool. All right.
But they're not even singing.
All right.
All right.
It's
moving on
gonna
from
be
AI.
May.
So thanks, UBS guy. Oh no, we got
Oh, right. Memes.
memes. We're still doing memes.
We're still
I think
doing
we're done with
memes.
memes.
Oh, okay.
I think we're done with
Oh, all
memes.
right.
All right.
So, yeah.
But are you guys fine with like using this stuff, like someone else's poster?
Well, I'm fine with everything.
Yeah.
So
he's not making money off it, you know?
That's the key, right? You're
Yeah,
not making
I'm
money.
not making money off posting on Facebook a random photo either.
See, and that's how I agree with that too. Like, if I'm just going to post a photo with explosions behind my thing, don't get me wrong. I understand there's animators, there's all these people that do these kind of things, but I'm also like, yeah, but this fucking, I don't have to vacuum anymore because I bought a fucking robot that vacuums. Like, that is like the hard part of this aspect. As soon as you start making money,
right. The other thing that I will argue with like this particular poster, right? That poster was created to be out in the world that didn't have any attachment to it, right? So that right there was used for publication. Like, you literally could have gone to the movie theater after that movie was done, paid $5 for that poster, owned that poster, taken a picture and fucked with it. They put that out there for the world to see. It's everywhere. It's relatively common.
Couldn't you argue that for anything on the internet?
Not necessarily, because if you let's just using Trevor as an example, right?
Yeah.
Trevor has his picture, and on his Etsy page is a photo of this. It's for a calendar. Okay. He is putting that out there to advertise this to sell, right? And somebody takes that and then uses it for something different. That was a hell of a lot more publicized. That was publicized to get you into the theater. That poster was never designed to make any money, whereas the calendar was. Does that make sense?
Gotcha. Yeah, I know.
Because it's like we throw things out into the ether for public use. You know, like I said, a movie poster is exactly what it's for. It's to get you to come into the theater to pay for the ticket, right?
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, maybe that's a skewed way to look at it, but it's where you're drawing it from. Because if you just Google Die Hard movie poster, you're going to get 22 million responses because it's everywhere out there. Some of these things you actually have to go somewhere, maybe to somebody's own website, to get that art, because it isn't out there in the public world. It's just on their website specifically for a purpose. AI doesn't delineate between the two. It just grabs anything that exists anywhere.
Yeah.
And it can end up pulling things that it doesn't deserve to pull.
And as far as like, say my Ninja Turtle group went, that was just a personal thing because there were so many artists in the group where it was like their art was getting shared by other people, and we wanted to throw like a bone to those people, like, hey, if you think that's cool, you know, it was done by this guy, you know, go check out some more of his stuff. Maybe it'll bring him some more business and stuff like that, as opposed to just, you know, not giving credit. You know, if it was like an official release, like, you know, a promotional piece or something, we didn't give a shit. But if it was like some,
I think Facebook was coming out with the thing where like you have to tag it as AI.
okay.
And it'll like say on the top. I think that's like slowly rolling out.
Well, good. Yeah.
it is
Credit
wild,
where
though.
credit's due, I guess.
It is wild now.
Good or bad.
When I Google something, like the top answer is always now the AI.
The AI answer?
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
I mean,
that's because
I had a
search engine.
Yeah.
I had an hour conversation with AI the other day about like self-awareness and stupid bullshit like that.
Jesus.
I'm just like trying to get into the mind of something that doesn't have a mind.
and it's like, that's a really great
I wasn't
question.
even stoned. What the fuck?
That's a really great question,
I was gonna
Jeremy.
say, why were
It would literally respond like, wow, that's very thoughtful.
And then all of a sudden,
yeah, you didn't think of that, did you?
no, then all of a sudden the AI was like, "Hey, I'm going to be in Saginaw for work," and he realized it was Maverick the whole time. So
I just want to read you my AI conversation the other day. Oh, god dang it, it's gone. It got
fucking
deleted.
lovable losers.
Yeah.
I'm chatting with AI.
And that I go, hey, I have these three kinds of alcohol. And that goes, oh, that sounds like that will be like a fun evening.
Yeah, yeah.
And I go, no. What drink can I make with this?
I wasn't inviting you over.
Yeah.
He was so desperate because he had a half a bottle of Tito's, Heinz ketchup, and olive oil. He's like, how do I get fucked up on this shit?
It was magical.
I mixed it all together, put it on a hot dog, and fucking deep throated it.
Yeah.
All right. So thanks, UPS guy.
Yeah, let's run through this shit.
Yeah. I'll go first.
All right.
Yeah.
I was going to suggest our guest, but you.
No. I got my lunchbox.
Oh my God. Look
Yeah,
at that.
look at that.
That's pretty fucking cool.
It's a lunchbox.
It's
a
absolutely
pocket-
awesome. Let's open it up and see what's inside. The official Adventures of Pocket Glios lunch pail. Got all sorts of goodies in here.
Breathe, Jeremy.
What the
Breathe.
fuck?
So O'Nell,
This motherfucker. For those of you at home who can't see this, he's got his Pocket Glios logo on the front of this bitch. Hey, he turns it around. It says, "Fuck you, Jeremy."
well played.
This son of a bitch. Oh, fuck.
Oh, shit.
Whew.
So I got a ton. So O'Nell did a drop over the holiday. I've been waiting all show.
I've been waiting 4 hours.
Oh,
Yeah.
fuck me.
So, yeah, O'Nell did a drop over the holiday. I was able to pick up some awesome. I'm gonna just these are actually 2 different Sentry Defenders. And I did a little pop and swap action, mix and match the colors because I think that's just cool that you can do that. So, I got my Traveler. And I'm not good at the names yet. I'm still learning a lot, but this, these sculpts are just so damn good. So yeah, we can try. I got my first Kraboths, which are look at these little guys. They're so cute.
These guys are cute.
They're so cute. And I got 3 of those. Of course, in true O'Nell fashion, a couple of extras in the bag. Matt, little thank you note on the invoice as always, because these guys are just super cool. So and these little robot guys. Oh, look at the little robot. Beep, 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 bop, boop. Little Mavericks. Little Maverick.
Maverick
Beep,
spawn.
bop, boop. Yep. So and then I got let's go smaller. Look at these.
Yeah, let's get smaller.
I don't have a lot of the weaponry and the accessories. I got that kind of set up elsewhere in my containers. So
Will these be at MosquitoCon?
to be determined. So
I don't know what that means.
I do not have a Glios vendor booked at this point.
Gotcha.
But there is potential. So and then hooked up with a guy through a Glios site. It actually turns out he's an eBay seller, and I had quite a few things on my watch list. We were able to hook up on Facebook and make a deal, and which is super awesome. And so I picked up another Geodraxis sculpt, spaced out design, completely translucent, looks like ice. Oh, this was another from a previous. Sorry, this got lost.
Shove them in front of you.
So, I don't remember the name. I don't remember the names of these guys.
Oh, god damn it, you got one.
They're so good.
Goliath.
Goliath.
That's the name of him.
Yeah. So
From something wrestling something or
Yeah.
other. The rest of the figures from the line are all just like static mini
Good luck
figures
finding
where
out.
he's a Glios compatible one.
a badass little fade-in. So I got this pair. I don't know what this thing is on their back. I got to do some more research. But these are obviously done kind of in homage to the Transformers Devastator color scheme, right? So
Oh, yeah.
these two. So my dynamic duo of devastation there. And these are rapidly becoming one of my favorite sculpts. So these are what they call the skeletons.
Oh, I don't have any of that one.
Oh, you don't? That's sad.
Yeah. Fuck you, Pete.
And these are awesome. So come with this. A lot of these come with spare heads, spare parts, pins, all that stuff. These are super cool. They got the little axes. But yeah, skeletons, cool ass armor. So
Wow. That is cool ass armor.
yep. So that's what I got since the last show.
Jesus.
I've got a problem. So,
You know, we wanted him to bring more toys to the show.
Oh, like what we got.
Yeah, careful what you wish for, I guess.
Wow. Look at that. Damn.
yep. So the Adventures of Pocket Glyos is gaining speed. There's like 127 people in there now.
Yeah.
And people are posting, and there's actually like Glyos creators that are posting in there, which is super cool.
No
Yep.
way.
Yeah. So
Oh my god.
and like I think I said it on the maybe it was on the last show. I can't think of the website. It's Warlords of War, Brandon.
Oh, Manor Monster
Studios. Actually did a little Christmas sale and gave us a coupon code.
Yeah.
Pocket 20 and got us 20% off. And Jeremy got a cool lunchbox.
Mhm.
Not as cool as mine.
Obviously.
What was super funny is I actually posted on there like, oh my gosh, I just ordered these lunch boxes. So
Lunchbox
and,
is.
Yeah.
let's wait till next week. And so I did not order the Warlords of War one. Jeremy got it. It's super cool. In fact, quite a few people did. I did take advantage, and I got that cool
Do you want to show
ice. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that should go up there for sure.
Thanks to Matt Rodriguez for the art. I'm a little bit confused by him because I posted a picture of the front of the lunchbox. I did not post the back because I wanted that to be done here. And he says, I owe you an apology on the Facebook post, and then never explained why. So I don't know what he meant by that, but yeah.
We never know. He always
Here comes
starts.
the fun right.
He always starts his conversations in the middle of a sentence, so you never know what he's talking about.
Just where his brain is.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Just where his brain is.
God damn it.
That's cool. I'm glad you found those, Pete.
Me too. I just wish I would have had a good enough friend that would have told me about them. You know?
Oh,
It'd
wow.
be nice. Maybe something.
And those obviously are little bots, but they're also designed to hook to other things to
Of
make
course.
bigger
So
builds.
you can
and
do different things.
Yep.
That is actually something that I discovered this past week was deviating from the intended,
Creating your own little thing.
yeah.
Oh,
and-
that thing you posted, that monster.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
it was really fun. So who's going next?
Go for it, Mike.
Yeah.
That's why I jumped our guest.
That's awesome.
No, it's fine. So the first thing I have, the figure's not new, but the head is by Lord Stephen Bashadi. Not its sculpt, but he completely repainted it. Puts a cigar in his mouth because Logan should have a cigar in his mouth.
That's true. So
I have a funny story. So I gave that head to Steve a year-ish ago.
2011.
It was a while ago. So I messaged him, hey, any chance on you working at? Oh yeah, I'm working on it right now. Okay, cool. So a couple weeks later, yep, it's all done. So at the toy swap, we had it there. He gave it to me. Beautiful. Got home, like, I don't have the rest of the figure. I think I gave him the whole figure. So
He had this 12-inch monstrosity and only brought you back
He only
the head.
brought the head.
well, no, that's even a better story. So I messaged him, hey, do you have the rest of the figure? And he's like, no, I think you just gave me the head. Okay, no worries. I'll poke around the house. Blah,
And then he
blah, blah.
flees to St. Martin. Not a non-extradition.
So I happened to be in my kind of toy room the other day, and I have a Wolverine shelf, a Punisher shelf, and it's low, so it's not like at eye level. So I'm looking at him like, God damn it, it's standing right fucking there.
It's a headless Wolverine.
He's been here
No,
forever.
I had a head, just not that one.
Oh, it had more than one head. Oh, okay.
So send Steve a message, hey, Found them. My fault, not yours. He goes, good, because I was looking on eBay for a figure.
He messaged me.
Hey man, you got
Hey,
this Wolverine?
Do you have the 12-inch? Do you have a 12-inch Wolverine? And I'm like, no, I don't.
Who
No,
made
he's like
this?
Hasbro, Marvel,
okay.
yeah. And he's like, no. Do you have just a Wolverine body with no head on it at your house?
Like he brought it over and just
Like the exchange happened
And
here.
you just took the head and not the body?
So like I'm under this table looking for things. Like I'm like,
That's awesome.
yeah,
Yeah, my fault.
it's beautiful.
He did a great job.
He did do a great
It
job.
is absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd love for if he could, custom paint some of the art, veins, hair, stuff like that. But
Yeah.
it's
a good
absolutely
start.
beautiful.
It looks good. I like it a lot. I love those 12-inch.
They're so much better.
Yeah, they're good. They're really good.
So the second thing, this was a Christmas gift for my daughter. It's gonna be kind of hard to stand, but I just think it's really cool. Local artist that she lives in the Cincinnati, Ohio area, and she actually this year all of our presents, the whole family, we're all local artists, all stuff like that.
Oh, very cool.
So
Yeah,
That's
fun.
rad, man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's super
she-
fun.
So a
found-
very cool drawing of the Joker with a Tommy gun.
Yep, she found that for me, and I just thought it was pretty awesome. So,
Hell yeah, man.
Super cool.
Especially for your toy room.
yeah.
Yeah.
And the last
Ooh.
is the coup de grace.
I don't know about that,
Well,
but it's definitely something.
I saw pictures of this a while back and I was so fucking excited.
by the amazing Jeremy DeWitt.
Should I move it back?
Damn. Fucking thirsty Jeremy. You guys think Mike's gonna like it? What the
Oh,
fuck are you talking about?
I
You
just
think
need
he's
to know
gonna
you
like
guys
it?
like. No, this needs to be changed. This should
I
be.
mean, I just
That's
It's
what.
awesome.
That's
I
what
don't
we
even
do.
know where to start. I mean, just like the shadowing.
Uh-huh.
And I mean, just there's so many things that you could have done way worse. That,
Yeah, paint me a bowling pin, AI. Fuck you.
it's amazing. I mean, he sent me pictures of it a week or so ago.
Yeah.
And the pictures, I'm like, oh,
Fucking
shit.
crushed it.
So good.
Absolutely beautiful. Thank you very much.
You're very welcome.
Where's the other one? Isn't there two?
Not yet.
I think number 2's on the way at some point.
Oh, okay.
That would be the hard part with that. As soon as you get one in that style,
Yeah.
it's like, ugh.
Well, because you originally commissioned a pair, didn't you?
So to start, I wanted Batman and Joker.
Okay.
From the animated Batman and
Right.
Joker. And I
That is so good. That face is fucking
at
awesome,
some
Jeremy.
point I want like Harley and Robin or something.
Okay.
It's
the shape of penguin.
yeah, right. Yeah, it's
Penguin.
yeah. Oh, penguin.
AI just posted in the chat. I could paint that, but I could get hold of the bowling pin without getting fired.
Oh,
Wow, AI, come on now, be
AI
nice.
is rude.
Jeez,
Absolutely beautiful.
so
Thanks,
good.
man. Yeah, the face.
Those are fun to ship, by the way.
Yeah, I'm sure they are.
Yeah. So
Yeah, the face was kind of a bitch. I went through a couple different iterations of it, and I was pretty pissed at one point. I almost threw it, but
Just to get it to fit in the shape and all.
I almost
yeah,
hit-
because I mean, you're doing
almost hit Laura with it.
you're trying to make it look 3D on a fucking flat, well, a curved, weird
Right.
surface. So yeah, but my kid goes, "You're gonna cell shade that, right?" And I said, "Fuck," because originally it had none of the shading and stuff. I'm like, "Yeah, I should." Sure, of course. Once I start doing that, pop makes everything start popping out. So yeah, now I know.
Dude, you nailed it.
Well, thank
Yeah,
you.
it's great, dude.
It's
Absolutely
so
great.
good, dude.
And to place the, I mean, it's a fucking bowling pin.
Yeah.
Right. So to place the anatomy in a way that actually makes sense, like that's a big, that's a big
that's
deal.
a hard one too.
It is. It absolutely is. I mean, just the layout. And I know you, and I know your perfectionism. Like it came out rad.
Well, but I mean, like to that point, like even the neck,
Mhm.
that looks in scale, even though it isn't.
Right. It's
Right.
this big thick.
It's a fucking bowling pin.
yeah.
It's fucking great.
Gives them all junk in their trunk.
Mm-hmm.
My bowling pin is one of my favorite parts of my collection. Like I've talked about how like
Oh,
if
you
I'm-
have one? Oh,
Yeah.
it's weird.
Maybe this Father's Day I'll get somebody else's name.
Or maybe this Father's Day,
Yeah.
2 people will get my name.
Stop taking advantage of dumb people. Peter, come on. All right.
Good shit, man.
Yeah, it's great.
All
It's beautiful.
artistic, all creative, all well done.
Yeah.
That's a good haul.
Well, it's gonna be hard to really compare with it. So I'll just put up this piece of shit. Yep, I pulled the trigger on Nemesis Enforcer, Hasbro's G.I. Joe Classified. I was one of the people that loved the G.I. Joe cartoon, even though it got a little hokey. Nemesis Enforcer was awesome. Really didn't care for Sergeant Slaughter kicking his ass like he kicked all the bats' asses, but I think this is an example of every once in a while Hasbro goes, you know what, we're gonna flex a little bit, and I feel like on this figure they flexed.
I have no idea what this is. I have
Me either.
zero reference
I
to
watched
this
the
figure.
cartoon and I have no idea what that is.
The cartoon movie.
Oh, I guess
Yes.
I haven't seen that.
Yep, the cartoon
It's
movie.
been a while since I've seen that.
Oh yeah, I mean it's only been about 30 plus years probably since it came out. So this figure was a big one for me. I liked the Cobra Law stuff, so I was excited about it. As you can see, I haven't pulled it out of the package yet, but that will happen. And I will get the Cobra Law figures, even though I haven't gotten the Snake Cobra Commander. The other ones are going to be in my collection for sure. Because I do love this big beast.
He looks really cool.
Well, it's not what you G.I.
But
Joe. It's not.
right,
yeah,
yeah.
If you would have set
That-
that out on the table, I never would have guessed it was G.I. Joe.
And
Right. I honestly would have thought that was like a D&D thing or something.
Exactly. And open even more so, right? Like, so I'm excited about that. And I said, I feel like the design team really knocked this one out of the park, which is part of the reason why I loved it. If it actually had looked like the original toy, I probably would never have bought it.
Right.
Yeah, but they made them just look so
They've
evil.
been updating stuff really well in that line.
They've been working hard.
Mhm.
They have been working hard. Yep. All right. That's it for me.
Oh boy.
Yeah, boy.
Well, I guess I'll start with my I got the new Mega Man figures. I get like, okay, cool. He stood. It's gonna take a second so I can get the little accessories to come out here. There's Cut Man with his
Oh, that's a fun way.
scissor accessory. It also
Yeah.
goes in his head.
Like he's throwing it.
Yep. We have a version of Mega Man, which is the bomb version, and that comes with a bomb,
A big bomb.
a big bomb, and then Elec Man with electricity.
I cannot wait for Pete to get into Mega Man.
It'll never happen. Well, I guess I can't say never.
Regardless, it's gonna be really funny when it does.
Gets all the good shit. I'll be. Anyway, he might. Yeah, eventually. But anyway,
right foot's kind of goofy.
these are the best fucking Mega Man figures I have ever seen, and they are just knocking them out of the park. I am now 4 Robot Masters into the very first game. There's 2 more, but they haven't announced both of them yet. They got like Mega Man 2 bosses coming out now and some Mega Man 3. And I'm like, don't you fucking
Yeah.
do this to
You gotta
me.
complete this.
You have to complete the fucking first game before you move on.
What company, by the way?
I think it's Jada.
Okay.
They're doing fucking awesome. They come, I didn't bring them, but they come with, multiple heads and hands and stuff. And god damn it, they're really good. So
what was the price point on these?
they're $20 each.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're even at a decent price. So
Yeah. Super cool.
yep. I don't necessarily need variants of Mega Man, but I mean, fuck it. If you're gonna give me a Mega Man variant, I'm down. I'm gonna take them.
Nice. Yeah, those are great.
Yep.
This next toy I found in a dirty diaper in a dumpster.
Here
This
it
is in a
comes.
clean diaper. Mighty Maniacs have been putting out. They did a Kickstarter a while back with their Bone Brawler for Glios. I believe they have like a red one or something right now on their website, but this is the this beefy motherfucker.
Pretty cool.
It's pretty neat. It's pretty. all right.
I brought a bunch of those last time.
Comes
So
with a few-
I've got some of the Mighty Maniacs. I don't
Comes
have
with
any
a
of the
few
bone
different
ones though.
heads. I also got, I don't know what they call these, but this is fucking Skeletor. And He-Man. And those are pretty cool. The He-Man one.
Those are the 2 reasons I ignored Glyos for years.
They come, of course, with a bunch of little accessories and stuff. Extra heads, and there was a little $5 accessory pack that came to get the shield and that sword and that armor for the He-Man one. And then so I just gave his sword over to Skeletor and whatever. Anyway, so those are those. And Mighty Maniacs also sent me this cool Nickelodeon type sticker.
Oh, that's fun.
So that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And then also this was that like a Marvel card or like an X-Men card from back in the day of the Mighty Maniacs.
Yeah.
There was the Warlords of War did that too. Like random stickers.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. They
cards of there was just random Detrius.
Yep. They pack them up. Another, and
this guy went to breakfast with us.
Yeah. Brandon Barker is pretty awesome, and he does the Warlords of War stuff. And he sent me with my lunchbox just some, maybe a couple of didn't have to pay for him figures.
Yeah.
So that's pretty fun. Here is the lunchbox.
Oh, that's cool.
There we go. And there we go. So that's the one side. And then the other side.
Like some 2000X versions. Not 2000X. What was that one? What's the future?
Yeah, New Adventures.
New Adventures, yeah.
And those were actually some of my very first Glyos, or at least the He-Man tribute ones were like the New Adventures versions.
That's what did it, huh?
Yeah.
It
Well,
doesn't
I
say
had
fuck you, Pete, on it.
some of them I got. They weren't like He-Man-y type ones. They were just like these alien-looking fucking things and shit, and even like that Goliath. And I actually found those through the Craftsman on YouTube. He's like, I got these Glyos figures right here. Check this out. Check out this stuff I got right here. And I'd be looking, I'm like, that is fucking awesome. And so I had to get some. But yeah, so I got these. It was Bognar, but then there's like a bunch of extra fucking pieces and shit that he sent me. And so I just made this freaking ridiculous beast of a thing.
This fucking nightmare.
Yeah. We fought one of those in D&D yesterday.
Yeah, I'm sure you did.
It's like 3 torsos.
Yeah, with like these extra little pieces, and like, I mean, you get like these, you can put these arms in just different angles, and I don't know, it's fucking cool, man. Shit that I never thought about before.
Super cool.
So I know very little about Glyos.
Yeah, me too.
but I thought they were like affordable.
One would think.
Ish. I mean, like
I was gonna
that would
say,
what you would gather.
So like the He-Man and Skeletor ones were like 18 each.
Like one I was looking at was like $40. I'm like, Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
This is like a Swamp Thing.
Apparently you have expensive taste, my friend.
This is a Swamp Thing tribute guy right
Oh
there.
yeah, one of the bad guys.
Yep.
Yeah.
The thing with Glyos is they're typically not remade. So they run the wave, they're done, and then that's it. So if you're looking for something, you got to go back. That price.
No, this was like the wave, because you had sent me some of that information. So I was poking around. This was one that I don't think was even released yet. And I think it was probably a special and blah, blah, blah. And it came with some accessories.
Yeah,
and,
it probably had extras.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one I haven't opened yet, but that's another version of Bognar with like a undead
Zombie.
Yep, zombie head and
Yeah.
and various pieces in there. Yeah, he's always fun. And since I have I'm starting to get so many of that guy, like it's easy to just start to fuck around and start mixing and matching pieces and just building. This is one of the accessory packs. I haven't really gotten into it. But there's like wings and an axe and just random shit in there. This one as well. That one's translucent blue. This one's translucent green. It's got like a Cthulhu head in there and shit.
Did they do a Bognar base figure in those colors?
Honestly, I don't know. I would assume at some point they did. And he sent me some random.
What a cool idea to put your Glyos in a lunchbox. Where'd you come up with that?
Well, they had these lunch boxes on their site. So
You pulled the trigger on it.
Almost
Yeah.
like they designed it for that.
he sent me this random Hulk
patch?
Marvel patch.
I got the Thor one.
A random neon
Guitar
guitar pick.
That's a cool guitar pick.
Damn it.
This take on the
Now it's a
I don't know
broken
what it's
guitar.
supposed to be for, but like a take on the Misfits skull.
Oh yeah.
Was something else on there? I don't know if that's in reference to a random elf card. Willie. A random Orko card. I don't
Is that
know
from
what
the is that from the Catholic Child series?
Yes. This thing.
That was Voltron or something.
It looks kind of like a GoBot. Bruta. This is Weaponeers of Manka. I don't know. Is that a Glyos thing, guys? I'm gonna have to look that up. And then Goliath, the figure that Pete brought today. And Beavis and Butthead. And another Beavis and Butthead.
Look at my big gun.
And the last thing is this Toxic High School pack of cards, which I haven't opened yet.
That looks fun.
So the Weaponeers of Manka, they have new Weaponeers of Manka figures will debut at Designer Con 2015 this weekend.
Oh,
So
all right.
their website
So
is
that
up
is
to date.
Old school. There you go. That's what I brought, guys.
Nice.
That's it.
Yeah. These things literally are terrifying.
1/6 shooter. I do take. Pete answered that, but I do
Goddamn
take
right I do.
bowling pin commissions and Maverick. Of course, I do sound commissions.
Of course. It's about time for us to commission a new My Wife's Gonna Kill Me song.
Oh, ho 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 ho.
I think it's right around the corner.
All right, guys, and that concludes our over 3 hour long episode. Again.
I got a little bit of something real quick.
Nope, we're still going.
Yep. Just real quick. In our Patreon group, I threw out hit us with your New Year's resolution.
Oh, okay.
Best one gets right on the air and you get a prize. So I'm going to read a few here and you guys are going to pick who gets a prize. Dusty Stanford said, my resolution is to lose more weight so my back will stop torturing me. And so Angie can get enough air to make those sounds I like when I go full power missionary.
Oh, that's near the top right there.
Yeah.
He
Coming
also
out
said,
swinging.
Tricking us with his wiener.
He also said, I was going to send you guys something sexy for Valentine's Day, but the mailman told me to get my fat ass out of his mailbox. What a jerk.
Oh, shit.
Curtis Ackerman, to cut down on my toy purchasing and appreciate the figures I have in hand or the ones I prepaid.
Lame.
So lame.
What a weirdo.
Okay, so far we've got Angie moaning for the win.
Yes. Maverick, because a robot, they would, of course, have...
Bebop.
Yeah, they would have multiple...
And not be able to follow instructions ever, right?
resolutions.
Yep.
Stop re-listening to My Wife Is Going to Kill Me episodes so often.
Or you could have just said, stop being pathetic.
Sell stuff I don't want in my collection anymore. Get back into working out. Learn human emotions. Beep bop.
Boop, boop.
Don't burn myself out with hobby stuff and end up with a dozen half-started projects.
That's a shot at me.
Good luck. That's a shot at me, too.
Will White says, keep trying. Always. Dominic says, my New Year's resolution is to get blocked by all my exes. Finally, some peace.
That's good.
That was a good one.
Ron says, I'm going to cut back on my masturbation habit from 3 times a day down to 2. I'm not proud of it. The shedding is getting to be a bit too much. Happy New Year, you filthy animals.
Yeah, I could see that.
You can relate.
Yeah, take some skin off. That's not good.
Francisco says, my New Year's resolution is to find a woman that when she goes down on me, if I let a fart slip out, she'll gently tap my bum hole and whisper to it, shh, you're next.
That's hot.
Who said that?
Francisco.
Of course he did.
Then get back into Transformers with Age of the Primes.
It's a weird segue, but
Yeah.
Sounds like him.
That's
Steve O'Bag says my resolution is to do fuck all but work and be a better friend to all of you, or not. Fuck you and continue to take my money.
Okay, all right.
Steve-O's a fucking champ, though.
He is a champ.
He's one of the best.
So who we sending a prize to, boys?
Hands down, Dusty.
Curtis.
Curtis gets our love every week.
He does get our love.
But
every week.
Dusty's thinking about somebody other than himself. He's a true giver.
I would agree.
You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
You know, he wants her to be able to say, "That's it, Daddy." You know what I mean? Like, I get it. So my vote's Dusty.
Caring nurturer.
Yeah, it's Dusty. I love all you other guys too, but
Oh, they were great. I mean, Francisco, the shush the bumhole. That's classic.
Cody, if I send you a picture real quick, can you just throw it up?
You think I could, or you could just fuck off.
I will say this was one of my favorite. I like, just reading our comments on stuff all the time makes me laugh, but this comment hit home for me. I just want to show this real quick. By the way, this action figure is like $1,200 if anyone is interested. It is a transformer that is literally the size of a human being.
oh my god.
The best comment on this picture, though, when it was shared in the support group, Maverick shared it, by the way. The best comment was Jade Russo with, "This is how I stand behind my wife."
Yep.
I'm like, he's definitely copping a feel.
Yeah,
I'll be your bra.
Honking the hoo-hoos.
Thanks for joining us, everybody.
Picture it didn't happen, Russo.
And that's it.
Yep.
Awesome. Wrapping up episode 337 of the My Wife's Gonna Kill Me podcast. Guest up in this bitch, Mike Smith. Thanks for coming, man. Thanks for being so much better than Steven. So I never thought after 2020, I never wish for another pandemic, but I kind of wish there would be one. Maybe he'll get stuck in the Virgin Islands. So Cody, thanks for trudging through the swamp with us today. We appreciate it. Thank you for calling
Always.
Jeremy out for stealing people's art when we were trying to defend our artist friends and bringing the fight right to his front porch.
Hey, I mean, just refer to the back of that lunchbox.
Greatly appreciated. So, yes, Travis, Jeremy, Pete. Until next time, we'll see you guys in the toy aisle.